Yo, what is going on, everybody? Yo, I apologize to everyone for us being late. It is totally my fault. Spending some time with some family by the pool, lost track of time. So just all over the place. I even put I played the outro for the intro instead of the intro. So my apologies. But hey, we are here, Stone and Hyper episode 19. This is the first time we've been late. So everybody give us some credit. This is the first late Stone and Hyper show ever after 19 episodes. So with that being said, I do appreciate everybody that has stuck around. We had like 5-6 people in here. We are super excited. We have a super awesome guest that we're going to introduce here in just a few minutes. The Savage Land. This is a guy that Hyper has talked to me about for I'd say probably around the time that I even met him, which was about 8 months ago, I'd say, Hyper. And you were just always saying good things about Savage. I checked out his stuff, and I really liked. He's one of those creators. We were just talking in the pre-show. I was talking to Savage himself, and I just told him I really liked his vibe. He's a very humble guy. He said him and Hyper call themselves old dudes, but I call them cool cats. Like, they're just older dudes that just like they've been around, man. They know some shit. They're wise, man. So I always like to surround myself with the wisdom. You're only as good as the company you keep. So with that being said, I'm Stone Mando, obviously. Cody, you know me, and then I have joined with my good buddy Hyperdrive Collection. So how are you feeling tonight, brother?
Hey, everybody. I think we have a really fun show tonight. So you've heard me mention Savage Land, Michael Henley, many times over the show. He's a G.I. Joe, X-Men photographer, AI animation generator. This guy is the truth. This guy is got some good stuff. If you're into customs, if you're into animation, X-Men, G.I. Joe, Star Wars, this guy covers it all. He's got one of the coolest segments I've seen. It's called The Table. Stone, you've seen it, right? Like, the photography is insane.
It's so fucking cool, man. It's so awesome. Rad
and
very creative.
So we've been collaborating on a number of custom projects together, and he is really good G.I. Joe customizer, and I think he's got a lot of video and a lot of
great kit basher
thing stuff, and I know we have a big customizing community who watches this show, so get ready. I think you'll enjoy this one.
Absolutely. So I just want to take a second to say, hey, everybody, we have my nephew Jackson here. What's going on, buddy?
Jackson, how you doing, bud?
Got Jacob Star Wars Collector walking at work. Yes, sir. SWC. As usual, tuning at work. Thank you for the internet, man. Thank you for being here, bro. It wouldn't be the same without you awesome motherfuckers watching, bro. And I do want to shout out to Jacob real quick. All the way in California, he scored me the Spinosaurus at his local Target. So I want to take a second and thank Jacob very much. By the way, Jacob, don't forget to send me your PayPal, brother. Pick that up for me and went out of his way to ask an associate to get that for me. And I'm just like, that this is a part of the community, man. It's helping each other find stuff you're after, and just like, I'm just extremely grateful, man. So shout out to Jacob Star Wars Collective. Everybody, if you haven't checked him out yet, or if you're new here to the Stone and Hyper Show, be sure to go check out Star Wars Collective, man. He's a great guy. Absolutely great guy.
We also have GXB, Brian Myers in the house. We have
yes, we
do. Also have, did I just see Carbonites in there? Carbonites.
We got Drop Dead Daniel while he's cooking.
G.I. Joe Carbonites one of these days, huh? G.I. Joe Carbonites, man. So
chat, y'all are popping off right here. Sorry, we were a little late. We got Mama Mando. Thank you so much for the 199 super sticker. Love you, Mom. Thank you very much.
Well, what do you say, Stone? Would you like to invite our guest into this chat and get this thing going?
I think it's time, man. I think it's time. Palmer Ross, chat, thank you so much, everybody. I want to say hey to everybody real quick. Carbonites, thank you all so much. Sorry, y'all, I'm running so late. I was so ill-prepared. But without further ado, we have the one and only, the Savage Land. What's up, dude?
What's going on, guys?
How are you, man? Sorry to give you that grand intro. I don't want to but man, it's so cool to have you on, man. Me and Hyper I was just talking to you in the pre-show, dude. We've been wanting to have you on for quite some time now, but I know you were busy just with life and responsibilities, and obviously that comes first. This is a hobby. This is on the side, but it's really great to have you on, man, and I'm excited to talk some X-Men, hear you and Paul school me on some G.I. Joe, man. I'm excited.
Nice. Yeah, man, I'm excited too, man. Like I told you, anytime I can sit up and talk about toys, whether somebody I haven't met before or people that I've been knowing for a while now, man, it's always enjoyable.
Yeah,
I would not front and say this isn't not necessarily like a huge, like where it shifts my life, but it is a huge part of my life right now.
Yeah, man.
As far as things I do, I don't do any extracurricular activities like that no more. I used to when I was a younger man. So this is something fun. This is something that exercises the brain. This is something creative. And it's just a great outlet.
Absolutely, man.
I was going to say, why don't you take a moment, introduce yourself and what you like to do in the hobby. And I would say to everybody right now, take a moment, hop on over to his YouTube channel and just subscribe.
Link in the description if you want to check him out.
You will not be disappointed. I promise you.
No,
even if you're not into Star Wars, you're gonna love what he can do, the artwork and everything. So please go ahead and pop on over and check it out. But go ahead, man. Why don't you give us a rundown of what it is that you do?
Basically, on my channel, for the first part is I look more towards an art standpoint, rather than showing you the latest greatest figures, or like we were just talking about backstage, the waves, the different wave patterns that the internet goes through as far as toy collecting and toy content, man. So what I do on my channel is basically just have fun. I started out kind of reviewing figures, but it still wasn't. I maybe tried once or twice to try to catch the latest figures, and that was when I first started. We're talking about like first 10 episodes, and I found out no, I wasn't the first. I'm actually like the fucking 100th guy. You know what I'm saying? So and then it got into to a point where I started like, you know what? Let me start trying to play around and make little scenes, and it just got more into the art and photography of it, because that's what really drew me into the on YouTube as far as the internet. And then I got into the army building because I was a big G.I. Joe Classified fan. I was heavy on that. I still am. I still have a huge army, but I mean, I remember I told this guy in the flea market, it was like 2020 or 2021. He owned a little toy shop there, and I was like, you know what? I want 100 Cobra Troopers. And he looked at me like I was fucking crazy, and I loved it. I was like, I was like, I'm about to be on some shit.
Getting off on that.
Yeah, man. So but now the channel kind of more leans toward just photography, art pieces, my thought, process on what's going on. Which I found myself liking to talk, especially with my podcast. I found with my podcast I could break out of just my programmed, which I'm getting out of that too. I still like to use it with that. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Savage Zone. I just felt like those are kind of like training wheels for me and shit. But I still like it because that's what I want to offer on my edited episodes. But my podcast, I like it because you just really freely hear me talk, and that's what I wanted it for, man.
Yeah.
So if you come to my channel, you're gonna see a nice, like how you see just nice custom pieces. No, this is a fucking Outback that came out 3 years ago. Nobody's fucking talking about him. Nobody gives a shit no more. I do though. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I want to make this figure what I thought. Like I just made a Alley Viper convoy. Nobody gives a shit about the fucking Alley Vipers no more. They don't care. They're looking for that new Alley Viper with the barricade.
Right.
I do care. I say, let me go back and hook them up. You know what I'm saying? Let me get them right, man. So it's just basically toy collecting to the bone at his to me at his purest form.
And so like in this picture right here, and the one of the Outback with the Wu-Tang shirt. By the way, the Wu-Tang shirt is awesome.
That shit is impeccable.
But I want y'all to explain water decals too before at some point. Absolutely.
How do you get that fire effect in those pictures? Because that's like one of your trademark things. I've tried to do it and it's tough.
Man, I just take advantage of sales that people don't give a shit about. And these are it right here. These are the Black Widow blast effects. They were at Ollie's about 2 years ago for like $10 a pack. So every time I seen them, I picked up one or two. And then I said, well, if I could army build those and get 10 of them, then I always have like an explosion effect. And what brings it to light, because this is that. It don't fucking look like that. It looks like like it's imploding or exploding. You know what I'm saying? Like a bug. All it is this, but that fucking this light here, once you put it under it, it just takes it to a whole nother level. And then it's just awesome. Lighting, you know what I'm saying? Just different light effects. So I love it. That's why I always have it in the pictures, because it just looks badass, especially with that picture right there. That was I didn't think that would come out that good, but
yeah, I love Cable in there, dude. And that G.I. Joe, man, the way what you've kit bashed with him, he just looks like he looks like some random apocalypse dude. Like sometime in like during the age of apocalypse, like just joined Cable. Like, oh no, I'm running with this guy. This guy knows what the fuck's up. Like, I love the way this look. It just looks like, you know what I'm saying? It's like some random apocalyptic dude that he picked up. Like, hey, I need your help. And like, dude's like, yeah, I'm rolling with Cable, brother. Like, I love this shot, dude. And like the fact that you got those for $10, and like we gotta be thankful for people like you that kid bash, man, because y'all get these older figures off the shelf to make room for new stuff, you know, and like. Also, another cool thing is like the way that you utilize this. Like you said, you got these effects for $10 at fucking Ollie's. Like people sleep on the cheap shit like this a lot of the time. And we were kind of talking about negative. Obviously, I don't want to get too much into it, but we were talking about how sometimes in the community people can get stuck on negativity and such. But like being able to like take a cheap, some people would like see that and be like, oh, $10 for this shit. This is like, but you've taken it and looked at it like, oh no, this is something I can use, and like I can make this a part of something more than just a display. I can use this for photography, for so much more, man. And that's why I like what you and Hyper do, man. Like your whole display, your diorama shit that you, I don't even know if like, because I like what Hyper does, man. Like he's got me into dioramas, like little scenes and places, but like what you have going on, dude. And I know Hyper's a bit on space, but like your like city scene and alley, like the background of your videos, I fuck with so hard. Like you can throw a Daredevil, a Punisher, you can throw some TMNT, you can like, there's so much you can do with it. And it looks so good, man. It's just great, man.
Stone, see if you can put some of those city pictures up. He's got some of the ones with like the Sentinels, and oh my god, it looks so cool.
Yeah, let's see. Let's take a look at that Sentinel. Yes, this I just did this last night.
Yeah.
Man, that's why I said,
boy, that's heat. That is heat right there, dude. What? I think I watched the video of you doing that vehicle too, man.
Yes. Yeah, I did a blue one. But yeah, that was one of the videos I put out this week. But those scenes, man, I really surprised myself last night, which it wasn't nothing major, but man, I was running out of fucking time, man. I was like, man, I gotta be up at 3 something in the morning. It's 9 o'clock at night. I have shot no fucking picture. What I sent you the other day, Paul, like those 3 or 4, but I was like, man, I need like 4 or 5 more, and I just fired off. Like usually I take like 10 or 12 a piece, but each shot, like I got him knocked out in an hour, man. And this was one of them, because I almost forgot. I'm like, oh shit, what am I doing? I was like, he wants to see X-Men and G.I. Joe, and I'm not gonna put a fucking Sentinel in. I got the city scene set up. Let me just and it took me a while, because that Sentinel is so fucking big, it is hard to crop me or frame that, you know. So he's actually kneeling down. I finally got him there, and then I was like, well, damn. I was gonna have a group of alley vipers looking up at him, but I was like, you know what? Let me take the custom truck I just made. It's got missiles. That's more sensible. Like something like that is gonna pull up to try to shoot at this thing, and just put that there. Throw the alley viper there. The city scene was already set up with the different lightings, and it just turned out to be a good shot. Really, one of my best Sentinel shots, man. And it just took me like a minute to do, because I was already in the zone. I was doing some other stuff, and just to kind of because I get better and better. Practice makes perfect. Just to kind of like go over this, like the biggest thing that I love in this scene, and it's not something major. If you look to the left, the green light inside the window.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that will make something pop, even though you just don't know. Now, the shot would have been still good if there was windows you couldn't see them, but just that green lighting, you know, it's just an offset color, and then the shadings of pink up under the stairwell. You know, those are the small things that brings that scene out, even though it's great with that Sentinel position, and it's got, you know, the stinger there, man. So it ended up being a good shot. And what I found out, man, it's all about lighting. And I guess you can never use too much. You can use too much and blind some shit out. You'll know too. But you know, you can never use too much, basically. And that's what I found out, man. Lighting is always key.
Well, you know, we've got some really talented customizers and diorama builders in our audience, and I know you do too in yours. And there's a lot of people firing off in it right now, saying, "Is that really Savage Land? Did we really land him today?" Yes, we did. K-Mac, how you doing, man? Mudhorn, some faces
K-Mac,
in here.
what's up, man?
Thank you. Yeah. So
I didn't want to interrupt everybody,
man. Thank you for
absolutely.
Stopping by.
Mudhorn, Howlrunner, absolutely.
And so Stone, pull up another one of those cityscape pictures, man. Any one of them.
Absolutely.
Damn, I wish that
Absolutely.
that video. Stone, you got to keep reminding me, man. Maybe I'm gonna try to send it to your Instagram. I sent you a follow. If you got a chance, follow me back. Maybe I'll try to send it to your Instagram.
Yeah,
Absolutely,
pull it up
dude. Yeah.
through
So
that.
I'm absolutely so. The great thing
sure will.
too about
After I do
what
the
I
pictures.
what I think is really fun about your stuff is, you know, you have this beautiful cityscape that you've handmade and lit, and you've got all these effects, but you're not
Got the
afraid to
blob.
mix it up. You put the Blob in with G.I. Joe, you put Ninja Turtles in there, you put
I
it
love
all
it.
in there. Batman, or you know, Star
It's
Wars. I've
fun.
seen you
It's
put in
fun.
like Dark Troopers and stuff, and
Mhm.
I love the way you don't stick you blend all the genres and you make it all work somehow, and that's what's so much fun about, I think, your style is when you have great lighting and great technique and great effects and you practice your craft. It doesn't matter if it's the newest figure right off the assembly line or not. It could be a 20-year-old figure and you're going to make that thing look awesome. And
Yes,
that's
yes.
what I love about what you do. Yeah, look at that. That's really cool looking effects right there.
Yeah, man.
I love it.
And that's pretty much what, even if you look back to like some of my first episodes, like I had that wasn't far-fetched, but I like my 10th episode I ever made, I had Gambit fighting Blanca or some shit. But in
I remember
my
that
toy collection, I always think about other figures interacting with other figures, and who wouldn't want to see that? Blob versus Road Pig,
right?
You know what
Exactly,
I'm saying? Or
right,
just,
yeah.
So just that was, so when you said the X-Men and G.I. Joe, I'm like, you know what? I've never really shot and just focused on X-Men and G.I. Joe, and really those are my two catalyst brands of my channel, man. I mean, I was an X-Men kid in the 90s, and G.I. Joe was my first toys that I ever had, or seriously,
yeah.
collect, not necessarily say collect, because we wasn't collecting then, we just had them.
Yes,
But,
yep.
Just those are my first toys, man. So what a great way, and what a fucking great shot, man. I can almost sit back now and almost kind of look at my shots, man, because I'm a hard critic on myself. Like in everything I do, I'm not a person I beat myself up till I'm fucking depressed. I'm damn sure not gonna do that. I'm gonna enjoy my life.
Right.
But I call it almost the Michael Jordan syndrome. Like this, this motherfucker got a chip on his shoulder. I gotta win. I gotta always try to be the best I can be. And now I can finally kind of look at my shots like, yeah, that shit was cold.
Man, there's nothing wrong with having. Oh, I'm sorry, sir. There's nothing wrong with having high expectations, man. I think that's an admirable trait, man. Whenever anybody's expecting the best out of themselves, that speaks to your character right there, man. I talk to my wife about that a lot, because I can't. That's a weakness I have, Savages. I beat myself up a little too hard when I don't perform like I think I should have. I'm really hard on myself, but some people are real, like you said, drive myself into a depression. Not quite that, but there's nothing wrong with having high expectations for yourself, man. That's a very admirable quality that not many people have nowadays, my friend. So, that's when I was in mind.
Just chuckling just now. I wasn't chuckling at you. I was thinking about a time.
Well, you're good, man.
When I was living in Colorado, and I went from being a maintenance man to like a leasing agent. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna switch it up, fucking totally. I'm gonna get in some suits and we're gonna sell some fucking apartments. And and I'm not trying to be funny. Like, I'm the only black dude in there. I'm like in there with all like California blondes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We totally have two opposite fucking personalities. But so I'm in there, and I think I did something, and I was like, fuck. You know what I'm saying? Because I was just wanting to succeed at what I was trying to do, as far as getting some paperwork together, or just whatever protocol procedure we were supposed to do. And they got kind of like scared and shit. And I'm like, it's not
white
like
people.
That, man. You know what I'm saying? It's not like that. I just, they just didn't understand my desire.
Yeah.
To be almost,
right.
You got that fire, man. Some people don't have it. Some people don't understand that, dude.
Yeah.
So I got a funny,
this dude's pissed.
I got a funny story to this point. So Michael and I are working on a project together right now, and we've collaborated before on some things, and we've made some customs for each other and whatnot. And he said, hey, Hyper, I'm having trouble with some RIT dye, and a lot of people who follow us have tried the RIT dye technique for dyeing plastics, but it's even if you have, it's kind of a hard thing to learn how to do. And for those of you who have tried it, sometimes you have success and sometimes you don't. And there's a lot of trial and error in it. And so you reached out to me and you said, hey man, you know, I'm kind of having a hard time with the RIT die. I've watched your tutorials and everything, but it's just not working for me. Can I send you some figures? Right. And can you help me out with the RIT die? And I'm like, yeah, no problem. So he sends me the stuff, and so I'm all excited because I've decided that I was gonna roll the dice. And I said, okay, man, I took a chance and I tried something new. Tell me if you like it or not. So I put all this work into the figure, right? And I'm like, look, I want you to be honest. I want you to like it. But if you don't like it, tell me, and I'll make corrections and I'll make you the figure you want. So he gets right back to me and he goes, it's not right. And I'm like, so I'm also a perfectionist, and I'm also someone who takes a tremendous amount of pride in my work. And it was such a reality check for me, and I absolutely loved it, because I think sometimes, you know, you achieve a level, or you think so highly of your own stuff that you just think it's going to be right for everybody else. And when I worked with you on this project, we're still hashing through it and making it right. And I love it because it is a true challenge, because I'm working with someone whose standards are higher than my own, you know, and I like that.
Yep.
It's like, man, it's like dating out of your league. You know what I mean? And I feel like I'm dating out of my league. I'm like, oh, I got to impress him.
Damn, look what I
got to comb my hair for this one. Right, exactly.
Hey, man, but you know what the thing about that is? That's a cool analogy, because if you're dating out of your league, just be yourself.
Exactly, right.
And when I kind of make the metaphor of that, really all you have to do is what you originally showed me. You turned me on with that Outback buck with the MTV, and all these fucking figures that you seen, that Wu-Tang Outback, anything like that all stems from that one figure that he sent me. Like when I first was like, and Paul had been probably watching for a minute, and I didn't know who he was, and I'm like, when he sent me that shit, and I pulled that figure, I'm like, yo, who the fuck is this? I said, I've never seen a figure done like this, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't know how he did it, but I felt Outback out the gate anyway. Like that Tiger Force Outback came out, and Target put him on sale. Oh man, I gobbled him up. You know what I'm saying? Because I already liked the figure, and then I'm like, damn, you're gonna give it to me for half off too?
Right.
Sign me up, you know what I'm saying? And then when I seen that, so the catalyst for everything is from that figure, and that's really kind of all I wanted from you. I didn't want to go left or right. And like I said, to be honest with you, what that custom that you sent me, I like it. I just don't, in my head canon, I don't feel like it was fit for Outback. I actually like Ricondo's head on it. That's the more slimmer, skinny guy, not eating too much, chewing tobacco, always out in the field type thing. You know what I'm saying? So that's just the way I saw it, because I do like that Recondo custom guy. But then when I seen Xandar, and I was like, damn, this shit about to go left.
Right. No, that's right. So we had to make some corrections, you know. That's right, man. And
hey, but look, I'm gonna give you a chance to chew on me, because I have what's that fucking figure? I'm not even using them. I'll just wait till they come out. But I need to get a Duke while he's cheap, and I'll make you a Saw Commander. And you let me know.
Man,
you let me know what you how you want to go with it. You know.
Oh yeah. Well, you know, I'll tell you. So I promise you this, and you know, I'm going to deliver a figure that you like ultimately. You know that, and you know. But I just went freestyle just to see if it was going to be as good as I thought it was. And you know what? Now we're back on track, and we're there. You know what I mean? But I just love it. It's like when you are. I remember in high school playing in sports, you know, and you were like, oh damn, that team is really good. We're not going to win today. because they're better than we are, you know, and it's just like you gotta try harder, you know, you gotta try harder and practice a little longer than you think they're practicing the day before you play the game, you know, and as an artist or a customizer or as a hobbyist or as a diorama builder, you know, you gotta always find that person who kind of pushes you into the next realm of what you're capable of, you know.
Yeah, iron sharpens iron.
Yeah, right.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's going on with you, fam? But
that's
yeah,
what I was gonna say earlier. It's like the gym thing. Like, you know, the only way you get stronger is by going to a different gym with bigger guys, stronger guys. That's how you get. It's the same in any. You know, you could say that with anything, whether it's hockey or art or music. Like, I want to become a better guitar player. Where you might want to go hang out with a jazz band or even a rock band. Like, get a little more versatile. Open your mind up to other things. You know, and that's with any kind of art or hobby, man. I just wanted to bounce off of what y'all are saying with that. Savage, there is two things I wanted I wanted to ask you, and then there was another thing I wanted. So the first thing is basically, I really enjoyed the vehicle. I don't know, I'm getting familiar with G.I. Joe, man, but I enjoyed that camo paint job. I want you to explain it may seem simple to you, but some people might be like, oh man, I'm scared to go for this camo paint job and do what kind of paint do I do? Spray paint, acrylic? So I wanted you to explain your thought process on doing your camo, and then I also wanted you and Hyper to explain y'all's water decals and because the way that you did the Outback and the way that Hyper did the MTV. Those, for people that don't know, is that logo on his chest there. That is actually a water decal that Savage put on there, and Hyper is in the same thing. He actually sent him a custom. Very slim. I don't know. Was it the same buck that was that custom that you sent with the MTV shirt on? Much. Okay, I like this. Is a cool looking figure, man. What is this?
Can you enlarge that? Name? Can you enlarge that at all?
I wish I could, man. I don't think I can. I can. I'm in Instagram.
Okay. So yeah, man. I'll tell you what. And I said this to you the other day. I said, man, that is probably the coolest G.I. Joe custom I have ever seen, from execution to the context of it to the color palette. Like, it just looks awesome. That Wu-Tang shirt just pops, especially with the desert camo.
Yeah, with that white shirt too.
Oh, it's so good, man.
Yeah,
that was good.
Yeah, I mean, but like I say, bro, you gave me the blueprint for all, really, pretty much these customs. That these last batch of customs that I put out, that Outback, that MTV Outback is the blueprint for that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was basically like telling with your figure. You got it. You just do your thing, do your normal thing, and pizzazz it, man.
So now, when you did the water slide decals, first of all, why don't you tell everybody where you got the water slide decals and the process for it? Because I think personally you're doing them better than me now. So walk us through how you do the water slide decals.
Okay. Well, first and foremost, if you guys after this, people in the chat or the audience, you want to go over to my channel, I just put up a water cal, like a play-by-play on how to do it, so you guys can sit back and look at some cool photography, some cool AI animation, and you'll see me actually put a water cal decal on one of my figures. But this is a guy called Diamond Dale's Decals. Diamond Dale's Decals off eBay. Me and you were looking at these fucking water slides like 2 or 3 months ago and didn't know. Remember, I messaged you on Instagram. And
I think we were
exactly to search. I'm like, yeah. I was like, yeah. You said, I think I'm gonna give him a try. I said, I think I'm gonna give him a try too. As soon as I fucking messaged you, I ordered them shits. I was like, I gotta get these shits. So, and anybody who watches my channel, or who's on from from my little group of people, if you're on here, you know that I've always been talking about the MTV Outback and how dope it would be to have one with the Wu-Tang shirt. So that Wu-Tang water slide, the one on the chest and the one on the shoulders, are made for Hot Wheels Matchbox cars, 1/64 scale cars.
That's crazy, man.
So what you want to do is type in 1/64 scale water slide stickers. It's probably going to bring you to eBay, okay? Or you can just jump on eBay and just kind of start playing around with your search. You know what I'm saying? But it's always going to be 1/64 scale water slide stickers or fingernail water slide stickers.
Yes, that's right. Fingernail ones.
The tattoos that you see on his arm, like that chevron. Now that's a Hot Wheels joint. Okay.
Oh yeah.
All the gas shit, like the
Like
76,
yep.
76 gas station above. I gave him that because all of these guys are studs. They're greasers. They know a little thing or two about an engine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's suiting.
Fucking just changing the spark plugs. You know what I'm saying? So that is kind of like a lore to that. But there's like I got some Playboy tattoos on them, and but a lot of the smaller ones, like Rock and Roll, he has a lot of the fingernail decals, and those are not gonna come big. Like the 1/64 scale water slides, like Rock and Roll. If you look closely at his forearm, that's Beavis and Butthead. Like right.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So
Beavis and Butthead is awesome. Man.
That's for the fingernails. You know what I'm saying. So those are fingernail water slides. And what I found is with those fingernail water slides, you kind of almost got to hit them 30 minutes after you put them on, just at least with one coat to get them to stick. Now the Hot Wheels ones, those are the bigger ones. You set it and then wait a day. And Paul, on that last video, I showed people about the water slide stickers. I shouted out your Tamiya color that you put me on. I think that's a little bit better than I got the hobby link. I mean, I always call it hobby link. That's where I order from. I got the hobby matte, Mr. Super Clean, whatever.
Yeah, right.
But the Tamiya to me works a little bit better for figures and for water slides there, man. So yeah, it's 1/64 scale water slides and fingernail water slides that actually go on women's fingernails that are making these tattoos and logos. Now, what I did find out is water slides don't show up on everything because Rock and Roll actually has a water slide on his chest, but you can't see it because it's more of a darker pattern. So you gotta choose your surfaces, kind of, with them. They're preferably going to show up better on white always. And that's what I like.
For people who are not into G.I. Joe Classified, the hand that you see Rock and Roll with there, Stone, he's got the
I like that.
That is a hand that comes with some classified figures.
That's awesome.
So the classified series, most figures, first of all, you get so many accessories, it's kind of crazy for the basic price. But Rock and Roll and a couple of other figures have like hang loose hands, they have the rock on hands, they have all kinds of hands, and that just opens up the door to so many different types of, and I've always thought, like, man, you should bring that into the Star Wars universe a little bit,
Absolutely.
I mean, it's so cool if you had like a Sith Lord doing that or something crazy like that,
Dude, what? Yes.
Let's talk about now. We talked about how we was kind of going left with the other figure, but let's talk about the good shit you have done with that fucking Doc over there. Oh, speaking of hands, that is now we're fucking talking. Now, we're talking. Like, and I like how you took the because they do have a lot of expressive hands. You took the starting lineup hands, and matched it with him, and you said it pegged in.
So everybody in the chat who really likes to customize, not even customize, but sometimes just if you're looking for hands to do different things with, and Stoned, I know this is a big thing with you too for posing on your shelf. So the Hasbro, what was it, man? Like maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago, they came out with the starting lineup basketball figures. And they had white skinned people, dark black, light brown, about 4 or 5 different sizes of bodies and shades of skin. Is that fair to say? Would you say probably 4 or 5 different sizes and colors? Yeah. And they all are compatible with Joe's and X-Men and even some Star Wars figures, because it's just got that connecting peg that slides out for most of the Star Wars figures and Joe's and stuff like that.
Is it Hasbro? Does Hasbro make it?
Hasbro did it. So it's all the same technology. Hasbro just took. Yeah. So if you go to Ollie's, if you go to some Ross or something like that, and you see those, it doesn't matter. You don't have to like basketball. You might not have ever seen a basketball game in your life, but if you like figures, man, you got to jump on these NBA figures because they come with Air Jordans. They come with ankle high socks. They come with removable basketball jerseys.
Fodder at its best.
unbelievable figure fodder, right?
Endless, to be quite honest with you.
Go for it, man. Yeah, you take it up from where I left off with that. Because, anyways, that's the hand. So the hands I just took from an NBA player and I put them on Doc, which is one of the GI Joe customs I'm working on for Savage, and they look fantastic, right? Like it's just perfect.
Yeah, that was dope. I was like, damn, that was nifty right there. And that's why I like that message I sent you back, man. I was really that excited. I'm like, fuck yeah. Now all I need to do is find his green glasses. I believe I put them in a bag. So when he gets it, like it that is wow. I like where you're going with that. That shit looks good. And like I said, man, that is one of the things that I lack as far as the writ dyeing. Man, like you got his color looking good. It's there. So man, I think that was awesome.
I think with writ dye, we have some people in chat who do a lot of writ dyeing. I know Timbo Toys does it. Star Wars Collective does it. I think who else did it? Galactic Artisan Customs did it. I think couple other people tried it. And you know, I'll tell you what, Savage. Not everybody. A lot of people in a couple of tries get it and become masters at it, and some people struggle with it. And I don't know why. Maybe it's hard to say unless you're there watching them do it, you know. But I'm happy to do it. You know, if anybody ever needs anything writ dyed, just send it to me and I'll try to do it to you.
You're a fucking master at it, man. But that picture you was just showing with the Storm Shadow.
Oh yeah.
Go back to that and we'll talk a little bit about writ dye.
This is Storm Shadow right here.
The ninja, yes. Look at that with the Jordans, man.
Well, what I end up having to do with him is I painted. I tried to see Paul. I tried to writ dye his pants black, and it didn't fucking work out. Then I was like, well, you know what? He doesn't have really a lot of movable part size and knees. Let me just paint it. So I painted that, but see, you know, these are Ja Morant sneakers. They were blue. The only thing I successfully have really writ dyed was those yellow fatigues that Outback got on.
Okay.
For the Wu-Tang shirt. I used a daffodil yellow, and it just kind of, you know how you said like the different colors and certain pigments will make it alter?
Yes.
And that's what it did. The beige and because those are Dusty's legs. The beige and the yellow daffodil just kind of intensified and went to a golden yellow. So I'm like, okay, that's going to make that tan and a lighter yellow. You put them together, it's going to start making gold. So that's the only thing that worked out because it was close. So the Storm Shadow thing didn't work out. So then I took the blue Ja Morant and put them in the fucking daffodil yellow just to see what it'll do. And them shits turn lime green because blue and yellow makes green. But if it's both white, it's going to start coming like a more of electric lime green. So those are the only things I've really successfully writ dyed. Other than that, with the dark colors, I let it sit in the pot for maybe about 3 hours just recooking it because I thought I was cooking fucking crack. And shit, motherfuckers in the fucking all fucking day. But
when's this shit gonna be ready?
But man, I could never get him to change, man. So like I say, that's I'm gonna do the Saw Commander as a treat for you because I know you probably had to get Doc's arms that color, man. This has probably been a fucking process, bro.
It's been a process, but that's okay. You know, it's all right. But
I can only imagine.
I'm just laughing at you. It's looking like a Walter White scene from Breaking Bad at your house. Your family's like, what the hell is going on? You got a body in the bathtub, you know.
Hey, you think Paul? You think he can go to your Instagram and show the AI clip?
Oh, okay, yeah. We got to get this AI clip going. So
I just want to see it, man.
Here's one here.
Okay.
That's a piece of one. That's like a clip I sent him the other day, I believe.
Okay,
this is your Instagram, Paul. Yeah. And then this was just sometimes with AI just starts doing wonky shit. Like a lot of times with AI production, you might have a 4-second, 8-second clip where 2 seconds or 3 seconds is only doing what the fuck you asked. Then it starts going off to some shit with two dudes. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, how the fuck do we end up here, man? I didn't want that. So it's still very stupid in a certain way, but so you gotta manipulate it and play with it. And what this was seeing, like I shot this as a photo. Yeah, that's the photo right there, Magneto. But then I told AI, let him hover, levitate in the air by causing. I did something about energy, and it started doing that, which is decent. But Magneto doesn't fucking disappear, so I would have to, like alter that, but it's cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
you know how long it would take me to do that, trying to do some stop motion?
Oh,
Fucking 2 weeks
man,
trying to make that
yes.
8-second scene. You know what I'm saying?
Stoned, I just sent you from my Instagram his YouTube clip to your email, so that it's working good on my end. So maybe that'll work for you now.
Okay, perfect.
So,
Let me try that real quick. So we'll just we'll just yap for a minute. And I'll see how that looks.
Because this is where you've got Beast fighting against is it Jinx? I can't remember. Beast against Jinx.
No, Agent Felix. And what that was, I was trying to do something. Well, they're actually together. They kind of teamed up. But I told the AI, I said, wave swords. And she started fucking waving them like in his direction. Shit, you know what I'm like, so I chopped it up and shit. But it's still a cool scene just to actually kind of see them move.
It's so cool. The AI stuff that you do is wild. And I'm hoping we can get it up to show you. Do you think you got it, Stoned?
It keeps every time I do it. And Michael, I finally, or I'm sorry, Savage, I finally got yours to come in, dude. And when I click on it, it's doing the same exact. I don't know what it's doing, man. Oh wait, hold on, I might have it. Oh wait, I think I have it.
All right, let's run it.
I think I got it.
Run it with the music.
Stone, everybody, all regulars know what it is. Hey, I'm new to this, everybody.
Cody, kill it with a rock. Kill it with a rock right now. Yeah.
Cody hungry. My apologies, everyone. I think
you got to play the music with it.
Cody has it now. Yeah, everybody. I appreciate y'all's patience. Y'all know I am still very, very new to this. Your boy is a country boy that moved to the city. I'm learning to be a city boy now. You know, kind of burying my country tendencies.
The country never leaves us, man. We're country slickers.
Absolutely, country. I love that, Savage. I fucking love that, bro. Country slickers,
like Nashville, Cashville. Yeah, I mean, like they don't understand that about us. We country slickers down here, man. We ain't that slow.
Absolutely.
How does my mic sound? I just
you're crystal. Absolutely,
you sound good, man.
Yeah.
Cool,
dude. Okay, so it pulled up, and then when I press play, it does this. It says this video is private. And I'm subbed to you and everything. I don't know if that has any, probably not, but like I don't know. It keeps doing this every time, man.
I put it on. It's because I'm sending it from YouTube, so they told me to put it on unlisted, and that's what I have to do to send it out. But I don't know why it's still saying private. But
is it on your channel, on your YouTube channel, Savage?
It is, but I didn't put it public because then I put it public. Everybody will see it, and it's really not a video like that. But man, to be honest with you, shit, I should put it public. Then we just fucking take it down. You know what I'm saying?
You want to try that?
I don't want to be too much trouble. That's up to you, man.
Nah, man.
I got your. I got my YouTube up. I can get back. If you post it, I can check your profile. And by the way, for anybody that's new here and you want to check out Savage and make it a little bit easier, I do. I already got his link added to the description, so it just makes it easier to go. Click that; it'll take you directly to his channel.
Mudhorn, thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it.
Oh yeah, Mudhorn, thank you so much, man. Hope you have a good rest of your night.
Thank you for stopping by.
Yeah, that's my buddy Justin. Hey, you're good, bro. That was my drummer for my old metal band. You're good, bro. Thank you for stopping by, bro.
Nice.
Thank you so much, man. Hope you and your girl are having a good night, bro.
So I know that you want to get into a little bit of X-Men talk too, and a little bit of X-Men knowledge, and we are talking. And I know that a lot of what Savage Land does over on the table is there's a lot of good X-Men content over there as well.
Yes.
So he's got some Sentinels. How many Sentinels do you have in your collection?
Well, just different ones quite a bit. I only have one HasLab, and then I got 4 of those ones, like those kind of Gamerverse ones.
Right.
Yeah.
Gang, they were kind of like pinkish. And
those are cool too, though.
Oh, and then all of the 5 POA ones. Yeah, I got probably like 10 of those.
I like the 5 POA. They work, man. They work.
Yeah,
you know?
They do. They because most of the time, especially watching X-Men the cartoon, the most time that's what you see is most of them standing up. There's only like 1 or 2 areas kind of running around. Then just the imposing part of them is like 20 of them. They all just like standing at attention, or they're in a factory being built. or something like that. So yeah, so now it's actually grown quite big. But then I ordered 4 of those bigger scale ones that they're gonna come out with in October. That was from X-Men 97.
Yeah,
So
dude.
I'll probably keep one in box, and then probably open up 3 of them. Then I should be good as far as Sentinel wise. But the HasLab Sentinel, and man, it's a great piece. I'm glad I backed that. I didn't know really shit about Marvel Legends. When was that? 2020? They did that.
Yeah,
shit?
it was a while ago now. 2021, something like that.
So.
Yeah. But I mean, I did know about Marvel Legends, but I was just like HasLab. But I was just like all over the place then, just far as I collected everything. You know what I'm saying? That I wanted. I did something just ripped me. I held back for a long time. I held back for 3 or 4 years, and then I just finally just when the girl like arches her back up and just when you were single, like damn, I just finally let him go.
You know what's funny with I think is when I'm looking at your videos and your pictures and stuff, the HasLab one is awesome, and of course that's like the premier Sentinel figure that there is. But to be honest with you, when you look at the photographs and the videos and stuff, the 5 POA ones look just as good with the lighting that you have and the explosions and stuff. And like it's some of the detail, some of the fine detail of the HasLab one gets a little bit, I don't want to say lost in the photos, but it definitely, the 5 POA ones look just as good. They're just as serviceable for what you do with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and like I said, they're there, man, just basically just to be that imposing factor.
Yep,
they're part of that scene. They make the scene, really, like how you're saying, like they're just they make the scene that, and they're just as important as the big one. And when I set them up, that's kind of how I wanted for it to look.
Yeah.
Savage, I'm sorry, Hyper, go ahead, man.
No, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
No, I wanted to ask, and honestly, Hyper, I never really talked to you much about X-Men 97 either. I was telling Savage and Hyper in the pre-show there, and I grew up on. I was never. It was always Star Wars for me and my brother growing up, but we always had some Marvel heroes that we were attached to. But man, there was always something special about specifically Spider-Man and the X-Men, like mutants specifically. And I grew up on the 90s animated series, and I was just going to say X-Men 97 it came out March of last year of 2024. And I just remember being so psyched for it because years ago before me and my brother would talk about like after the Avengers, what was going to come up. And we would be like, man, it would be so cool to see the X-Men start coming back into the cinema area or whatever. Like, let's see X-Men versus the Avengers and watch the X-Men whoop the Avengers ass, but
right.
I just feel like.
Oh, we lost it there.
Oh, I thought he was like paused. I thought he was like
Shaq. Right? Yeah, exactly. Stone, come back, man. Come back. We're having a little bit of difficulty tonight. I'm so sorry about that.
I seen like a light flash and shit. And
I did too. You saw that too? Like, did he just get abducted by aliens or something? Look at the picture. Okay.
You know what it reminds me of? Speaking of X-Men, it reminds me of that last Wolverine movie, Logan, where Professor X would have these like brain hemorrhages.
Yes.
He was like, he would have like headache. What was he having? He was having seizures,
right?
And he would make everybody else have seizures because he's mentally so powerful. And
exactly.
That's what happened to Cody.
You know what? It just reminds me so much of that scene. Remember? Do you ever see that thing like Shaq just freezes in the midst of the broadcast, and they're like, is Shaq like under some sort of mind control or something like that? Like, yeah.
You talking about on the NBA tonight, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I think I do remember that.
Yeah. So I don't know. I guess we lost Stone. He's I don't know what he's doing.
He's stuck in carbonite.
Yeah, I guess he is, right? Yes, he's alive and in perfect hibernation, right? But so all right, well, you know what? While we're waiting, so let's get back into so you are huge into vehicles. You like to paint a lot of vehicles, and you have some unbelievable semi trucks that you've done. Those are some of my favorites that you've done, the semi trucks. And you also have some Cobra Stingers that you've done, camouflage. Do you have any of those close by that we can take a look at?
Yeah, I'm gonna grab one of my favorite ones too, because that we had got sidetracked talking, but he was trying to. I think he was about to ask me something about that. Let me just stand up.
I think he was too until he got abducted. Man.
Yeah. So once again, man, Ollie's have really been my spot, man, for the past couple of years, and it's like a kit basher, a customizer's like heaven, and this truck came from there. This is the Wreck-It rig, the WWE, and this is one of my favorite that I made, and I made it as a Dragonfly like semi. And I used the Dragonfly sticker. This is a Dragonfly sticker from the HasLab.
Yeah,
and just kind of made it a part of it, man. But you all right over there?
Oh, Mike.
My apologies, y'all. We're about to have a severe weather law. I just got a thing on my phone. The lights. Did y'all see the light? Like Undertaker?
Yeah,
yes, we did. Yeah,
you're just like fucking Mark Calloway about to walk in this bitch. Just lights went out, and then I'm sitting there and I'm like this. I'm like talking. I'm like, oh shit.
I know.
Yeah. So I was like, are we still going? So I went back in and seen you guys still on there. I was like, okay, it finally reconnected again. So I apologize for that, everybody. Just FYI, it might happen again, but I'm gonna let these guys. Y'all did a good job yapping for a minute, y'all. It was the Savage and Hyper show for a second, right?
That was crazy, right? Yeah.
What you got there, Savage? I see you got something cool in your hands, man.
Oh, yeah.
We were kind of actually picking up on a question that you were asking. Even before you froze up, we just kind of got sidetracked on. You started asking me about vehicles.
Yes. Hey, minimize us and show him so we can see this really good.
Absolutely. Yeah, good. Yeah, duh. Hey, look at Hyper, bro. Look at that.
Right?
But just basically the WWE wrecking rig. Just my normal spray paints. There's a guy who commented on my channel today about my spray painted vehicles, and he was like, man, you did that with rattle cans. He's like, it looked like it was airbrush. He was like, thumbs up. And it's just me, my ignorance. I didn't know people just didn't use spray paint. I'm pretty sure they do, but I guess people didn't think it could look this good. But it's really the technique in the spray paint, but it's also really the clear coats. It's just it's just like painting a real car. I mean, it looks great once you got that paint on there, but the clear coat is what's gonna bring it out.
Yeah,
clear coat brings out color anyway. I grew up as a cement mason. That's what I did, and still do from time to time. I told myself I'll never ever stop pouring concrete. Like I still got to pour my own driveway, but as far as me, like professionally wise, I don't do it. But if I'll pull a job every now and then. But to get to it, even with that, like we got this thing called stamped concrete, where it makes concrete looks like rock or some type of pattern. But it looks good with the color from the natural concrete. But it looks 1,000 times better once you put that clear coat on there.
Oh, yeah.
Bring out those pigments. And that's what it is when it comes to this spray paint, And just, and that's what you're saying. Like, that's what you were asking me about the camo. Like, some people might be scared to do it. Man, be honest with you. You see, if you look at that Stinger video, I just use a template. Man, my wife made me that template like 9 months ago. And I have painted the shit out of it. It's stiff as a board. And then it gets wore out from once it gets used a lot with the wet paint. That's all it is. And it's not being so heavy-handed. And the cool thing about it, if you fuck up, just put some prime over it and start over again.
Right, exactly.
I hate to interrupt you, Savage. I was going to say, man, that you were talking about technique earlier, and I was literally thinking in my head, like, I was watching your, like I said, I commented on a couple of your videos. I was binged like 3. I went into work late one morning, and I knew we were having you. I was like, let me do a little bit of research here. I got to check this guy. Hyper's been talking about you. So I watched like 3 or 4 videos back to back, dude. And I was just like, yeah, I like this cat. But I was watching what is the vehicle called that like kind of Humvee with the rails on the side?
The Stinger?
The Stinger, yeah. I don't know G.I. Joe, man. I'm getting familiar.
This
but
one.
You were doing the Sting. Yes, that one.
Yes.
You were doing it, man. And like what you said, Tim, you were very ginger and like you were finessing that spray can, man. Like, I feel like people with spray paint, they get a little. You can go. It's easy to go really heavy handed with spray paint. The next thing you know, you got runs and drips, and like the way you
Yes.
were like, you were kind of like wisping it, if you will, you know,
Yes,
like very
yes.
ginger and lightly. And but yeah, I just wanted to add to that if you want to continue to elaborate on like
Yes,
patterning and stuff.
and what I'm gonna do is I'll grab that vehicle for you right quick.
Yeah, take your time, bro. Take your time.
And then we'll definitely we'll talk about it because it's an idea I had in my head for quite some time now.
This is really a cool
too.
pattern. Yeah. Hey, everybody.
Yeah, so colors just
I'll
really
answer in a
go
minute.
great up against each other. And like I said, the Alley Vipers is one of my favorite army building groups, even though it's such a weird colorway. But when you think of blue and orange, there's a lot of great teams with blue and orange. And I'm a sports guy, not super sports, but I am a sports guy. Like when you think of like the Denver Broncos, blue and orange. You think of the New York Knicks, blue and orange. You think of the Florida Gators. So it's really not a far-fetched color. But it is a far-fetched color, and it just looked great together. But this is Gridiron, Cyclops, which was the doors, the armored pieces. It's the same stinker that Paul just showed, but Gridiron is a 3D company that makes 3D printed things. And I always thought, like, man, I would like to get that Cyclops and make me an Alley Viper. And this really is not really what I wanted to do. In my head 2 years ago, I actually wanted to take a fucking HasLab Hiss tank and make it an Alley Viper Hiss tank.
Oh shit. Hell yeah.
Yeah. That would be like fucking sick with like white 788 on it instead of red.
Yeah.
And that's where the white idea comes from. These little pieces of speckles of white that you see, because Alley Vipers don't really have white in their color. But in my head, I'm like, damn, that blue and orange camo paint job on a Hiss tank and everything that's red on the black and red Hiss tank, make it white to pop up against that blue and orange and just make it an Alley Viper thing. But that's kind of where this idea came from. And man, it just really came out like fucking phenomenal. I didn't have to send this off or anything like that. This is something that I just really thought about, executed the plan on it, and you know, and it really wasn't that fucking hard. Like I did it in the course of you know, a couple of days, and I was working my ass off. Like I was doing that rinse and repeat I was telling you about, like 3:50 in the morning. I get up, don't get home to 6, but every day. I could have did this in a day, really, if I had the time. But you know, it took me about 3 days to do it, which was good because you kind of want to let your paint tack out and process.
Yeah.
You know, that's another thing too. People get heavy-handed, then people try to do shit too early. It's like painting a real car. We're gonna hit it with some primer.
That's right.
That's it. You know, we're gonna get all the shit out of it. Then we're gonna come back. We're gonna hit it with a coat of paint. Then we're gonna come back. We're gonna hit it with another coat, whether it's a different color if you're trying to go for candy. And then you know, when it's a process. The last thing that's done is the clear coat, and you got to let that sit. You just can't clear coat it and drive it out the fucking door.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? You got to let that sit, and that's the same thing with this. So, and it came out fucking phenomenal, man. Like
it looks great, man.
Well, let me just say,
money.
if you're my sons, you're gonna clear coat it and drive it out the door. I'll tell you that. They did that. They you know, but you know, so I gotta ask you though. So those are 3D printed doors, right? So this is some aftermarket stuff on that, right?
Yes.
And then when you went to paint it and put the camo on it, did you disassemble it and paint it and put the camo, or did you paint it all as one?
Well, I kind of did both.
Okay.
You basically you can strip your Stinger down to, you know, all the parts that come off of it, right? The engine can come out, these clips can come out, the hood can come out. You can take the thing, you know, you can take everything off, right?
Yep.
Once I do that, I don't ever put the tires on first. You know, I just take that base of what it is with everything stripped off, all the clipped on pieces, and I prime that first.
Yeah.
And then I go with my main color, which on this one was a brilliant blue. So then everything gets brilliant blue. Everything is brilliant blue, but all the pieces are still separated. Like this door piece here, well, shit, you guys on this side, this door piece here, like this was all off of it. I popped all that off, you know, and painted that blue. Now, once everything was painted blue, I then let it dry, put it together, and then that's when I started doing the camo, the orange and black and white on top of that. Why? So it can still have the same patterns going across the door.
Right. Yeah, that makes
sense.
If
it spills over to something else.
I'll tell you, man, that orange, blue, and white camo looks friggin' awesome. Like it's so unusual, but it really works. It's as Stone would say, that is toyetic.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
That is toy. Like, who wouldn't want that on their shelf? Imagine seeing that thing on the shelf at a toy store. I would die to have that thing.
Yes. And that's what my wife said. Before I was done, I was painting it up. She's like, that looks like a toy. Like just the whole process of it. What it makes you think of. You know what I'm saying? And it does, man. Like, shit, if I seen this, if I was 10 years old, I'm like, hell yeah.
Oh man, something that I feel like it's almost, please don't take offense when I say it looks like a toy. I mean that in the best way.
Yeah, no, I totally understand.
Because I think a lot of times we all get so when Stone, when you and I were at the ICCC, one thing was kind of clear, and that was and looking at that beautiful toy to the left of us, I was thinking about how, when did toys become untouchable pieces of art that are so far away from the original concept of what a toy is,
Exactly, man.
And I look at that and I'm like, that's what I want. Like I kind of want to get my shelves a little bit back into the toy realm because it's like sometimes you can't distinguish if it's a toy or if it's something that a child should never touch. And I'm not sure I want to entirely go down that road. You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely.
That's what I feel like. And I feel like any kid would want that over, like if I were a 10-year-old kid and I saw that or a hot toy, I'd pick that every time, right? Like,
right.
Yeah.
Correct. You talking about as far as the toys versus collectibles.
Yeah.
Basically, yes. And man, only thing I would see, like, taking like just things that are not going to make anymore. Like I have some Marvel Legends Toy Biz like figures that's still in.
Hell yeah!
Oh yeah, you're talking.
I think those should be untouched because there's no reason to bring them out. They're gonna fucking break down on you in about 2 weeks as far as legs give out. But the art of it, and you see, this is when that's when it goes from being a toy to collectible art.
Yes.
Okay, damn, like this is something of the yesteryear, especially with all their ugly fucking faces. They would have
now.
They were some fucking disgusting looking motherfuckers.
Stone, didn't you just buy a Toy Biz figure?
I did, man. I've really been getting into toy. Obviously, like little sneak peek.
I love Toy Biz too, man. Yeah,
stuff like this, like the old school 2000s Marvel Legends Toy Biz with the comic and like, bro. Me and my brother, we grew up on this shit. But like, I actually did. Savage, you're probably talking about the 3.75 or the 5-inch Toy Biz, huh?
No, I was actually talking about the Toy Biz, like the because I mean they had some good ones, but then some there was a lot of misses as far as looking hindsight, 2020 vision hindsight.
Yes,
as far as the real tech that we deal with and things like that. But no, they were still awesome because to be honest with you, that kind of was like a continuity of me collecting now because there was a long gap where I did not collect, and that era right there helped me embrace collecting as an adult. I don't know how to explain that because I was like 19, 20 when I came across those, those early Toy Biz, like 2001, 2002, when they switched to like, okay, we kind of aiming for some guys that's gotten older. They're not 5 POAs. They came with 32 points articulation. That's what they boast on the package, right?
And 16 pounds of accessories per figure.
Correct. Right? And you get a diorama piece.
And a diorama and a comic.
Yes. Yeah. That shit came loaded.
Yeah.
Yes. Now see, that's what I grew up on as a kid. Those are 90s.
Look at that.
Yeah, right, correct. These are like super, super old.
Yeah. Hey, Stone, pin Timbo's most recent comment. That's a good one. For sure.
Yeah, I had to pull it up. I'll pull it up again though. That's a worthy comment to keep pulled up. I had it pulled up earlier though.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Oh yeah.
No, you're good. Timbo did say, sorry, Chad. I want to say we appreciate everybody. We got up to like 16 in here, so appreciate everybody that's hanging out with us tonight. If you haven't already, hit that like button. Be sure after the stream to check out Hyperdrive Collections, of course, and our good buddy Savage Land here. And Timbo here says, really enjoying Savage G.I. Joe world building. I've watched a lot of his vids. Guy's a monster at building customs dios and stuff. And absolutely, dude, Timbo's spitting right now.
That, man. Salute.
Speaking of your customs and dios, how big? Like, what are the measurements of your table?
It's 2 6-foot tables. You know, like 2 fold-out tables.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
so
right.
it's 2 of those. So what? That's basically what's behind me now is those, and it's still not enough room.
Right.
For me, for what I want to do.
The man is not messing around. He's got 2 city blocks of dioramas, and he wants more.
Look at this shit.
I'm not done.
I'm sitting with 2 6-foot tables, and look how cluttered this shit is.
I love that. I love it.
It's been like dropping shit, picking shit up, moving like that. I mean, but like I almost wish I wish I had the job of shooting the Galaxy. I think I seen them on one picture where they were standing in a fucking diorama.
Yes.
Now that's
dude.
Now that's the type of shit I want to be on, to the point where I'm standing in a fucking diorama.
But you know what? Look, man, you know what? I mean, Pablo Picasso did not live in a sterile office. He was in a messy, he had it all everywhere, you know, artwork everywhere, splash, you know, so that's just the way you are, you know, and I think that's cool. You've got it. It's all brilliantly sort of disorganized, but you got it all together and you know exactly where everything is when you need it. Right.
Hey, so to be honest with you, I wish my canvas was this 25 by 20 room I'm in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's I wish the diorama piece was that big.
Hell yeah, dude.
You know what I'm saying? Like when I'm laying on the fucking ground. You know what I'm saying? Like shoot it. You know what I'm saying? I want to get there one day. You know, just basically the same shit they used to do in the movies in the 80s. Like there's a famous scene where, like in a Ghostbuster movie, where they show like the people standing in the set with like Marshmallow Man.
Yes,
that was basically a fucking diorama.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Right.
Star Wars too, man. Star Wars was the same way. All the practical effects, like Hoth and stuff, that was all hand built stuff, man. You know, and it's me and Paul talk about this too. That's why I like what you guys do, man, because it's like, I don't want to say it's a dying art form, because there are people out there who are revolutionizing stuff like in customability and dios and such. But yeah, absolutely, dude. You're totally right, man.
Mm-hmm. You know, we talk a lot on the show. I've mentioned it. Perry's probably sick to death of me saying it, but I own a 3D printer and I do some 3D printing from time to time, but I much prefer hand building stuff. And I don't want to just press a button and 2 hours later have something. Like I like building stuff. And how do you feel about, like, where do you stand? Do you like to build your own stuff as opposed to just, you know, how do you go about making your setup?
It's a mix. I like both, to be quite honest with you, because sometimes for me, I don't have time. Like like these pieces and stuff in here, like you've got to see me build like out my own shit that I've brought, and then you see these pieces here. Like these pieces here came from High School Creations before he was even big time. You know what I'm saying? Like on the internet. But I like that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I like to buy, like when I go to Joe Fest this year, I'm gonna get with some people called Action Figures sold separately, and buy some diorama pieces.
Oh yeah.
You know, just to add in. But then at the same time, I still like to build, because some stuff you just can't get prefabricated. You have to make that scene. You know what I'm saying?
We got a question from chat, hot off the comments. Timbo Toys. Maybe I missed it, but what is Savage Land's favorite Joe?
Great question.
I you know what, I can actually answer that. Just my favorite Joe growing up was actually Storm Shadow. Well, yeah, he is a GI Joe. By the time I came along, he was a GI Joe, but I always knew he was a bad guy. But that is my favorite GI Joe character is Storm Shadow. As far as the classified line, it has to be that Outback. Xandar is getting up there. I have a couple of little favorites inside the classified line, but Outback is definitely fucking one of them. But if I had to say what my favorite Joe was, just as my kid lore, it's Storm Shadow.
And Stone Mandalorian, where are you now? You've bought 300 Joes in the last 2 weeks. Where are you? What is your favorite Joe these days?
Oh man,
and it could be one of the animals. I don't care.
So you know, I was talking to the guys Savage and Hyper in the pre-show, like I've mentioned before, and I showed that it actually didn't. it worked out weird. I did not get these because we were having Savage on. Like everybody knows I'm an animal lover, and I've been wanting animal figures. I have my dinosaurs behind me, as you can see. And when I found out, so I was looking in the loose G.I. Joe section of local comic shop, guys, and this is what I seen. I seen this beautiful figure right here, bagged up loose for $20. And I was like, yo, this is crazy. What is this? And I was like, I don't care. It's an articulated wolf. I'm grabbing it. And then I started doing some research. And then I started noticing before I was like, wait, this is in the G.I. Joe section. This is a G.I. Joe figure? And then I did some research. I sent Hyper this. Found out it was a G.I. Joe. Wasn't this this was Snake? Did it come with Snake Eyes?
Yes.
And this is Timber, correct? Timber?
Yeah.
So I found this guy, and they come with the most beautiful, majestic. Well, here, I'll just show you this one. I guess we're kind of doing treat yourself early, but look at this stoic face. So I told my wife, Mrs. Stone, I was like, babe, dude, y'all guys, Savage, Hyper, I was sitting in the car posing this guy on the dash. I cannot put it down. I love this figure so much, man. I was telling my wife, I was like, babe, she was like, you just can't put that down. I was like, no, I love it. I was like, I kind of want to get another white one to paint it gray. Sure enough, I go on eBay, and then I found this guy. And he's so handsome, dude. I just want to smooch him, like, look at that handsome doggy. And the articulation on this is so cool. You can see this beautiful gray. It's like the little bits of brown mixed in with the gray to the light gray. The nails are painted. Look at this guy. The nails are painted. Look at the stoic face. The scars are fucking nasty and intimidating. And then real quick close up of this. These guys here, I'm going to blame you guys for getting me. Mostly Hyper because he's been a G.I. Joe guy. But now after watching Savage and stuff, man, I'm cooked, dude. Because I'll tell you what, Crocmaster, I think I can have two Fionas. I got this girl off of eBay for $20, and I just loved her so much. And then I told you guys earlier, seeing her in the 2-pack with Crocmaster for $30, and I was like, damn, he looks kind of cool. And I could just have, doesn't he train crocodiles? So like I could have two with him, you know, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
hell yeah, yeah.
Hey, so let me ask you this. I'm sorry, Paul. Let me ask him this right quick.
You're good,
how much of the table have you seen episodes?
Are you asking me?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I've only, dude. So when like I said, Hyper had mentioned you to me like when we first met a couple months ago, and I had watched a couple of your videos. Like I think one of the older ones that now this was like I say older. It was 3 months ago, but I think it was your. I commented on it recently, but you uploaded it a while ago. It was your African American. Tribute video, your action, and I really liked that. And I commented on there, and I was talking to you about the X-Men 97 figure. Well, so I have the X-Men 97 Bishop, and then I have the VHS Storm. But what I love about those figures, because you were talking about just adding ethnicity and adding variety to yourself, especially with your Joes, because you have different troopers and soldiers. Whereas like in Star Wars, it's certain characters, it's this and that. But like with something like that, I was like, dude, the matte finish on both Storm and then the gloss of her lips on the VHS version, and then the matte finish on Bishop is like, I love those figures so much, man. Specifically, that VHS Storm with the big hair, that is just fucking vibe, bro. I'm a
lot of great Storms, man, out there. Storm always comes out as a beautiful figure. No, the reason why I was asking you was because you need to check out a couple of episodes of the table where I use that crocodile. Like I have like 5, 6, or 7 of them. Those crocodiles.
Shit!
You want to see like a lot of those crocodiles? Go to an episode of the table where I got Outback. He's hanging off like a bridge.
Yeah,
you'll see those crocodiles, man. So
I know the one.
Dude, I would for sure. Figure. Yeah, absolutely.
You did the it was like a culvert diorama, remember? And you had like the pipe and the grass, and there were all the Cobra troopers, and the Joes were sneaking up on them. There was about 5 of them in that one. Yeah.
Yes. I was using them quite a bit. Matter of fact, when the table first jumped off, I was using those crocodiles. Man, I wish I would have known you, because that wolf and that crocodile, man, they at one point in time they were selling those really cheap, and I just army built both of them. So if you want to see a bunch of those crocodiles, man, check out that episode of Table on the Bridge. And I don't know if I use because I have 4 or 5 of those timbers, but you know what, I need to put those in an episode of Table and actually kind of utilize that wolf pack. But both are great action figures within themselves. To be
Yeah,
quite
man.
honest with you. And the thing about it is, while I was just laughing, sitting back, you're going through the same thing that we went through as kids, but you're catching on a different level. Because
Yeah.
if you know G.I. Joe, you know the pets. You love to have the pets.
Yeah.
Just as much as the figure. And the same thing was in the 80s. In the 80s, they wasn't even as articulated. They were just one piece.
Yeah,
Figures that did not move. They were statues.
Yeah.
Basically, that accompany an action figure. So you're going through the same thing of this repeated G.I. Joe lore, which shows what a great brand. You know what I'm saying? And people always say that G.I. Joe doesn't have a lot of media, and it doesn't. It doesn't have a lot of media right now. And it never really does. But there's something about the concentration of that brand that
it's the charm.
It's going to go on forever.
I think you just said it exactly right, man. You just hit the nail on the head. I think it's part of why it endures, because it hasn't been chipped away by media that's controversial like other brands, right?
Thanks, Timbo.
And I think there's something about, so remember, Hasbro owns the G.I. Joe. They created G.I. Joe.
Correct.
And so what I love about it is Hasbro has always kind of said, here's the G.I. Joes, do with them what you will, make your own stories. And that was what was so cool growing up about them. With Star Wars figures, and I love Star Wars. I got a whole room full of Star Wars figures. I love Star Wars. But Star Wars, you always kind of had to like, oh, Darth Vader can't do this because Darth Vader is a Sith Lord, and Stormtroopers could never be good because Stormtroopers. But in G.I. Joe, it's a little bit more freeform.
Mm-hmm.
You can take the ninjas, and maybe they are working for a Joe operative team, right? You know what I mean? And like it's a little bit more up to interpretate or up to your own imagination, and that is the key. That it doesn't need any media, and in a lot of ways, I hope it doesn't get more movies, because that's what allows you to be creative, at least from my point of view. You know,
well, you just they watering down the brand.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why I say G.I. Joe is so concentrated. You know what I'm saying? Anything that's concentrated is the pure, nectar of whatever you got, going on. And I think even though it's not widespread, it's almost like the action figure community. When you have like 20,000 followers in the action figure community, to the rest of the internet, that's almost like having 250,000.
Oh yeah,
sure. Absolutely, dude.
Of it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
it's very niche.
The regular internet that just does whatever the regular internet does. If you got the amount of subscribers that we got, that ain't shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But when you're dealing with something so concentrated, it hits a little different. You only need little bite. You know what I'm saying?
It's the ice hockey of action figures, right? like ice hockey is never going to be basketball or football, right? But it's its own thing, and it doesn't need to be, because those 30,000 fans are way more into it than 200,000 basketball fan. You know what I mean? Like, it's just the number. It's like the 300 army. Like that G.I. Joe doesn't need anybody else to tell it it's good. That's just kind of what it is. Here's a crocodile. Here's a wolf. Do with it what you will. Have fun with it. Here's a story. You know what I mean? And that's the beauty of it.
Well, it is also about how good it is too, because they have the name. Once you make a name for yourself, your name will be a name. But the quality of the brand, the quality of what they put out. I mean, we're talking about something 30 plus years later, 40 plus. Well, 40, I was born in 83, 82, which is older than that. You know what I'm saying? It has a grandfather.
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure, dude.
Like dolls and shit.
Oh yeah. You want to answer this? Somebody's looking for your channel. They want to subscribe.
Chris G. No, you're good, Hyper. I was just waiting for a good point. Hey, I'm letting you two. I'm just sucking in all this G.I. Joe information, bro. But Chris G. I do have Savage's YouTube channel link. I had the link to his channel in the description, so click right on that. It'll take you right to it, my friend. Then I also wanted to shout out, we have another super chat from our good buddy and friend of the Stone and Hyper Show, and Hyper and Stoned, me personally. A 499 Super Chat says, I'm late to the party. Hey, man, better late than never. Very happy to see you in chat, my friend. I hope you're doing well. And also, Chris G, I wanted to say something to you. I hope you were doing well as well, my friend. I know you've had hard times lately, so keep your head up, my friend. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. I hope we can provide you with some entertainment, my friend. So thank you so much.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I was just going to say, too, while we're at it, I think maybe the strongest segment we've had so far was when it was the Savage and Hyper show. Maybe we should do this every other week, Savage. What do you say, man?
Hey, man, anytime, man, you guys want me on, man, because I be thinking about it sometimes, like there might be well, not like I wouldn't just jump on anybody's show if somebody like you know, I just don't mess with too many. Like if you notice, I don't run with packs or crews or anything like that, man. I just kind of stay concentrated. But man, one thing for sure is I damn sure fuck with you, Paul. You know what I'm saying? The long way, man. So, and then you know, of course, Stone Mando. You know, I just met a new friend tonight. So,
absolutely,
man. I mean,
yeah,
I keep it. I only like to deal with you know, guys that's pure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Absolutely.
You know, we have our own Instagram group, and last night there was something that came up, and it kind of is pertinent to this conversation. You know where I'm going with this, Stoned. You know,
I think so.
And you know, a lot of people get so caught up in like what you were talking before. You know, the latest, greatest, newest, or most expensive seems to always dominate people's collections. Yeah. And they discount anything that isn't, you know, if you're
6 months ago, that's old, bro. What are you talking about?
6 months ago, right? Yeah, you know, and like, or you know, maybe something that's special to you or to me, but is discounted by someone else, and so therefore, you know, we live in a world now where there's so much hatred and vitriol spitting by people for no reason, you know, and I feel like, you know, we try to bring people into the show who are of similar mindset, you know, and
absolutely,
you know, and that's one of the great things we like about you, because you're just like me. You're kind of like, and Stone too, and just about everybody in here, we're bargain hunters. We don't care about, we don't want to spend $500 just to have a figure first. Like that does no interest.
Nope.
You know?
Nope. Fuck like, I'm not paying extra shipping to get it from Hong Kong. Now, I'm not cracking on anybody that does. If that's how you film your content, that's fine, man. But it's just, yeah. Us three guys, we're not going to hate on that. I think I can speak. Obviously, my first time meeting Savage as well. Very nice meeting him, and I you know, good friend of Paul. If you're a friend of Paul, you're a friend of mine. That's just how it goes. But or Hyper, I'm sorry, Hyper.
That's bizarre, man.
Yeah, sorry, dude. But yeah, man, I just think, you know, we were kind of like the whole clique and group thing. You know, it just gets. This is supposed to be fun, man. Anybody that takes it further than that, it's just like, that's when I'm kind of I'm done, man. You know, we're doing this for. I've had enough negativity and shit in my life where I'm doing this to get out of here. I don't need anything else. I don't need these. I don't need this to stress me out. This is supposed to make me happy.
Right, yeah.
You know, but that's why we're all here, man. That's why I really like, obviously, me and Hyper have started this show because we vibed. And then obviously now we have Savage on. We're trying to help, which obviously he don't need promotion. Dude's got 2,000 subscribers, man. So it's like he's kind of doing us a favor, bringing in some traffic from his channel, you know. So it's like, but that's what it's about, man. Me and Hyper have always been about supporting other creators, and at the end of the day, man, like people who see it as competition, I just don't. I feel bad for them, man. This is about like all of it. We're like Savage said earlier. He said, like, you know, 20,000 subs in this type of niche action figure environment, like that's like 250, you know, for the average, like everything else, you know. It's I don't know, man. So it's cool to know that it's cool to know that there's like humble guys like y'all that are doing this for the right reasons, for passion, nostalgia, and just the overall care that goes into not only just collecting the figures like I do. I've been dabbling in dios and such, and I've customized a figure or two, but you guys specifically, man, and like other, because of Timbo and stuff like that, Galactic, Artisan, guys like y'all take it to the next level when y'all are taking figures apart, switching out overlays and pieces and accessories and putting these legs on this body and putting these arms, and y'all are literally taking it to a whole nother level. Whereas guys like me, most of the time, I'm fine with buying something and just, I want to buy it, pose it, put it on the shelf, pose it again, do something funny, take a funny picture of Darth Vader choking out Wolverine or Spider, something like that. But it's like, collecting is, people get so wrapped up, and y'all were talking about it earlier, the whole getting what's now thing, man. Like the other day, I reviewed figures that are 6, 7, 8 years old. I just reviewed 2 red and black box Attack of the Clones, Obi-Wan and Anakin. Oh, hey, you're so
Wait
adorable.
A minute. Hey.
You joined us.
Downstairs, man.
Hello, darling. Hello.
Hey.
Hi.
Hi. Wow. Well, this is
I
Thanks
got
for-
beautiful braids, and Miss Anna did it for me.
well, they
Aw.
certainly are beautiful. Oh my goodness.
You are adorable.
Now, what
Daddy
is your
got me a Barbie dress.
a Barbie dress?
Yeah.
No.
Just like yours, Stone. Right? Yeah.
Yes, hey, we ain't got to talk about that.
Hey, look, man, she's been wearing that Barbie dress for 2 months, but I'm down in the basement, man. But she just
Of course.
she just creeped down.
Man,
Yeah.
when I was a kid, I had this Batman shirt, dude. I would wear it underneath my, even in kindergarten, my mom would she would have to strip me. It was this Batman shirt, man, and it had the utility belt,
Like this one right here.
and a Velcro for the cape, and I would wear it underneath, so I'm not even I get it, man. Kids.
So now,
She's
what is your
adorable.
name? What is your name?
Charlotte.
Hello,
that's a
Charlotte.
pretty name. That's awesome. Do you like your daddy's basement?
Yeah.
Yeah, is it cool?
Mm.
That's
What's
awesome.
What's your favorite toy down there?
All of them.
Oh,
Princess Barbie.
of
Princess?
course. Of course.
That's the best one, of course.
Your dad said that's his favorite too.
Daddy's not a girl.
I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Yeah.
Are you gonna collect toys when you get older like your daddy does?
Yeah.
You are.
No, you don't have on these pants. No, no.
And I love her.
That's so awesome.
Who doesn't love Princess Barbie? I mean,
That's
you know,
right.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is so cool.
Baby.
Well, we have a question from chat.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull that up.
You gonna go back upstairs?
Where we at? So sorry, Chad. I'm
That's quite all right. Bye, hun.
Evan.
Yeah, man. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, that's
Oh,
quite
dude.
all right. Hey,
No.
listen, man.
Yeah, you don't have to apologize. Akuna Matata, man.
Oh no, sorry. They see I'm down here, so they just have to come.
No, man. Kids
totally
are
fine, man.
fucking awesome, man. I'm all about anybody who's about their family. That I fuck with that dude. So don't apologize for that, man.
Look, man, I've got 2
Number one
cats and a
priority.
dog sniffing around here myself right now, so don't worry.
So you
about
got 2 kids and a dog?
it. 2 cats right now. And a dog. Yeah. No, my
I don't
boys
know
are
where my cat is. He's somewhere in here.
So Timbo Toys, who's very familiar with your work and is a very talented guy himself. Savage, what else do you collect? Oh no, excuse me. Savage Land, do you just collect G.I. Joe? Sorry, I don't have my glasses on.
Well, just now I've kind of narrowed it down to G.I. Joe.
Mhm.
And I'll get to something that just kind of sparked my interest too, and I meant to talk about it on the thing, but I have everything in here. I have Marvel Legends. I have some dinosaur Jurassic Park type figures, which I'm gonna do a Savage Land table by the end of this month too. So I'm
there
gonna
we
break
go.
out the dinosaurs. I'm gonna
All right.
break out that adventure team out back, and we're gonna do an X-Men G.I. Joe Savage Land mashup.
The Adventure Team Outback. I forgot about that one. That's right. All right. The one you're talking about.
I got all your Infinity Stones.
Blue jeans and yes, right. Blue jeans and
He's right here. He's right here.
Man. I
Right
loved
here.
that one. That was a fun one to do, man. That was really fun.
Matter of fact, I had a hockey stick in his hand, but Timbo, man, I've narrowed it down to mostly GI Joe because it's consistent brand. It's a brand I'm really feeling. I dibble and dabble, and not too much. If it's going to be anything, it's going to be Marvel Legends or just your occasional Mayfax. But man, it's getting more far few and in between on anything else. I'm just because I already got a lot of stuff. I got everything I mostly could want as far as vintage and modern. As far as toys, I cut a lot of fat off my shelves. I got boxes that I'm probably gonna start giving away out on the channel on podcasts. Guys need some fodder figures, or you need this, that, or a third. But what I got on my shelf now is the leanest of the leanest meat. There's no fat. You know what I'm saying? I cut a lot of it off. But what I will say, a line that I have eyed, and I just brought another figure today, is the Jax Simpsons line. Have you seen that?
Oh, I've seen it, but I didn't know you were into that. Okay.
No, man. Because I'm looking at a lot of Jack stuff I got now. I have a certain section. And I have most of those Mario figures, the 4-inch.
Love them.
And I have some Sonic figures from that. But it's just a nice, colorful shelf. I got all the little Cooper kids. I got the little stages with the different Cooper kids, the one with the mohawk. And I got all of them. So I think my next journey on that will be getting the Simpsons figures. And this where the thing with Super 7 and the Jax is going to be different. Super 7, I think the Simpsons figures was great. I brought one and it was on sale. It was a Mo.
Yeah.
And I brought that for like $30. They run like 55. When I purchased that Mo, I just didn't feel like this is a $55 figure. I don't care how big it is. Now I have some Super 7s that I brought, years ago that were like close to 50, like a Bebop and a Rocksteady. Those were $50 figures. They were nice, heavy, thick. But those Simpson Super 7 figures, I just really wasn't feeling that much. And I think the perfect company to take on that Simpsons IP is Jax. Why? Because whenever you think about the Simpsons, you think about all of the different characters. And for one is those posters. When you see like the 200 like Simpsons characters, and what do? You start going through, you start naming all the different people that you know.
Absolutely.
And Jax, being that they're 4-inch, they're achieving the same thing that the Super 7 line was doing, which they were only they didn't have that much articulation, and you really don't need that much articulation with Simpsons figures. So I think Jax is a perfect company for that, because you can then buy a lot of those, and they're inexpensive. They're not $55; they're $12.
Hey Chase,
and still get that same effect.
There's something about.
So I've seen them, and I used to really be into the Simpsons in a big way. I used to have a huge Playmates. Remember the Playmates Simpsons, and they would come with an environment, and you would plug the figures in, and they would say lines from the show and stuff like that. I had a lot of those. And of course, the kids, my boys growing up, they loved those, and they broke and shorted out and everything. But those were huge. But of course, now some of those are worth a lot of money, and I wish we didn't. But it is what it is. But I kind of got out of the Simpsons for a while, but I have looked at some of those, and if I ever saw Duffman or Comic Book Guy or Otto or some of my favorites, the Aliens, I'd jump on those.
Have Otto.
Do they? Okay.
Congrats, bro. That's awesome.
I've seen Otto. No, I hadn't seen. I looked on the back. It has a cross sale. And what's out now? No. Yeah, no, I did. Yeah, I didn't pick up Otto. I had Otto in my hand and Homer, and I was like, I'll just come back and get Otto. So I got Bart, I got Homer. I'm gonna come back and get Otto. But who I think the chase out of that is Groundkeeper Willie.
Okay, that's a great one.
I need to get him, man. But I think I'm gonna get into that line. I think I'm gonna kind of go deep with it because it's inexpensive. It doesn't take up a lot of shelf space. And this is one of those things, like those figures are cool, a few of them, but wouldn't it be cooler to see like 60 of them?
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
You know what I'm saying?
Town,
like
the whole town. Yeah.
The whole fucking town, to Apu, to everybody.
Listen, you're talking to the co-host of this program, my co-host, the Stone Mandalorian, and myself. We are no strangers to completionist philosophy. You know what I mean? Like we go hard down the completionist road. I've tried to back off of it a little bit.
Yeah.
But oh yeah, you don't need to convince me to buy every single figure on a good line.
Hey,
like
there
that.
was a question a guy, answer a guy had, and he was talking about the Super 7 Krusty. I actually was gonna get that Super 7 Krusty. And I'm not knocking the Super 7 figures. I just think it was just a bit much, and it was a bit spread out as far as that line. They didn't hit you with they hit you with a Duff Man, but you've never seen a Lisa or a Marge or anything like that. You know, one, they're too expensive and they're coming out too far apart. And I really did want to get that Krusty. And to be honest with you, because they lost the IP. I'm pretty sure those figures are gonna go on sale, and I might pick up something like they had the Mike Tyson motherfucker. They made him.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like they went so fucking left, which is cool.
Yeah.
You know, because I wanted the Duff Man, I wanted the Bartman and all that, but and I still might pick those figures up if I can catch them at, I'm talking about super discount, like $10-12. I'll grab them.
Savage, have you seen those Super 7 TMNT figures?
Yes, that's
2003 animated. Yeah, dude. I was looking at those Hyper. I think I mentioned those to you too, man. But like $55 a pop, man. Like I love my turtles, man. I'm not the biggest turtle fan by any means, but man, just that is just definitely pricey. But at the same time, man, I feel like value is kind of in the eye of the beholder, and it's all dependent on like individual, man. It's all about how bad you want it and what you're willing to pay, man. So anybody that's like $55 ain't shit for like I want this, so like I'm happy for you. But when I saw that they were 55, I was like, I think I'll pass on those. I think what I have now is enough. But man, the Super 7, man, I will say the sculpt and the paint on those is like those are great looking quality figures. Like I'm sure I don't own any Super 7, but I'm sure for the price there's a reason for that. I'm sure it's high quality plastic, paint, et cetera, et cetera. But I've seen those Super 7 Simpsons. I'm not a huge Simpsons fan either, but like the fact that you were saying they haven't done Marge or Lisa, like those are the main characters, and y'all haven't hit those yet. That's like if y'all did those would be instant buys. Then you can go visit the other characters. Like what's the barkeeper? What's his name? He's funny to me. Mo, he's funny as fuck. Like hit Marge, Bart, Lisa, do the little baby Lisa, like hit the main hitters, and then go back and visit your like more supporting characters. So like I totally get what you're saying with that, man.
Yeah. And as far as the Ninja Turtles one, Super 7 can be very hit and miss. They could give you a $55 figure, then they cannot give you a $55.
Yeah, right. I totally get it. Hey, Galactic Artisan Customs is in the house, and GAC.
Hey, Galactic, what's up, man?
You got to check out Savage Land stuff. He's a very good customizer as well, and
Chase Parker, what's up, dude?
I think Galactic, if you go check him out, you'll really appreciate the art, the artistry, the customs, the table, the photography. So give him a sub, man. I think you'll really like his stuff.
Real quick, we were talking about something earlier, and I want to pick Savage's brain about this. This is a buddy of ours. He's obviously you can see that little S. He's a member of my channel membership. Shout out to you, Galactic. Appreciate you, man. He was on a Reddit thread, and he posted something about finding a Grail figure, and he kind of got roasted. Now we all know Reddit threads can be a volatile place. That is it can be a very it can be wartime on Reddit threads. People are very toxic and negative on there, but. He was talking about a Grail figure on there, Savage, and he kind of got chewed out for it and kind of like got a lot of negative feedback about like, well, that's your Grail. That's not a Grail figure. Do you even know what a Grail? So I wanted to get your opinion on this, man. Like, do you think a Grail figure is like specifically something that's like impossible or unattainable to find? Is something super expensive or rare? Or is it down to individual feeling? Like it's something that you specifically want for your collection, even if it's a $50 figure, it ain't got to be like $500. Like, what is your opinion on what a Grail figure is? And while I'm on that subject, what is something that is a Grail to you in your opinion? How do you feel about that, man?
I think it's all about the context of what the Grail is being used in, because it can be spliced. I mean, a Grail figure can really be anything you were chasing after,
right?
I mean,
yes.
And then a Grail is also the fucking U.S. flag. You know what I'm saying?
Savage spitting fat. Everybody listen. Savage spitting facts.
I mean, it's almost like splitting an atom. It can go any way.
Exactly.
And then, as far as like the internet and chats and shit like that, man, you dealing with a bunch of people. It's like a drive-through, man. You're dealing with a bunch of people that's coming through, and you're never gonna see them again.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I like
Yep.
like working at McDonald's, and like I said, serving 35 billion or whatever. I mean, there's gonna be like 1,000 motherfuckers come through that drive-through, and it versus you.
Yep.
Literally.
Exactly, dude.
You know what I'm saying? Like
You're just
dealing
another
with different
one.
personalities, man. So
Yeah, man. And then I've had. I'm sure we've all had negative interactions. That's just how the internet is, unfortunately. Like when I first started, I posted. And I've told you. I've told a couple of our buddies about this, but Savage, I posted a little like 30-second video of my clone trooper shelf, my Star Wars figures, and somebody within like 15 minutes, I got a comment on it, and they said this is the most pathetic thing I've seen today. And I wanted to comment back, and I was like, I think it's less pathetic than you taking the time to stop and comment on something that you didn't fucking like. But I was like, you know what? Let me reel myself in real quick. I've worked on my anger issues throughout the years. I'm like, let me reel myself in. I'm just going to delete the comment because I don't want any kind of negativity on the channel. But at the same time, I want to show people that there's nothing wrong with putting your foot down and
yes,
standing by what you believe in. You don't have to be in an echo chamber and just agree with what everybody else is saying just because that's the majority vote. Like you can have your opinion and like not get ripped apart for it. Now, if people do and you get into that situation, it's all about how you deal with it. And that's why I like talking with the guys like y'all, man, because y'all know this shit is not that fucking serious. And at the end of the day, if Hyper says he doesn't like a certain figure or he doesn't like a figure that I bought, he just doesn't see the value in it, Hyper would never make me feel some kind of way about spending my own money on buying something that he thought would make me happy. That's like, that's something that just does not compute with me. I will never understand that, and I don't know, man. But I really just wanted to, going off of that, the Grail thing, what is a Grail that, obviously your collection is very vast and wide, but I wanted to ask you, man, is there something that you're like, maybe even, and it could be whatever your Grail is to you, whether or not it's like unattainable to you or it's something that's like, you got to save up for. What is something that you are just like dying to have a part of your display one day? What is that one thing that you feel like is a glaring omission in your world building element, or even just your collection in general? What would you say?
I'll be honest with you. I don't have anything like that.
Wow.
Reason why? Because we're actually in the best time of toy making in the fucking entire history of toy making.
I agree.
Mean, this shit that's around you is like, come on, man. Like, if this was made in the 80s and 90s, this shit would still be here and people would be clamoring over. But so I really don't have anything. The only thing I could say, just looking in hindsight or even looking in the future, I would love to have not fuck the flag. No, what's it called? The Defender, the G.I. Joe spaceship.
Oh yeah, the Defender, the huge shuttle
or something. Yeah. So I would love to have that. That would be a nice, cool Grail,
man.
And that is, I think, rarer than the flag.
It is.
A lot of motherfuckers got that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then plus it all being all together, because I think it didn't support itself on its own weight, so a lot of them broke down and shit. So so I would love to have that. As far as like Grail pieces. There's a bunch of different Grail pieces that are just naturally Grail pieces as far as antique toys and collectibles. And then on top of that, like say if somebody was looking for a Major Blood in the classified line, that could be a Grail piece. That's not really around like that. It is.
Yeah.
You pay a little bit of money, but it's not like it's hard to obtain. Like if I want fucking Major Blood, I'll go on eBay and grab one right now. It's not that out of range.
Yeah,
might cost about $80-$90, but you know what I'm saying. But that might be a Grail to somebody. So
absolutely, man.
With different internet, people, man, personalities, people with no faces, basically.
Well, it's funny. When I was at the convention a few weeks ago, a Grail can, what defines? Who am I to define what someone's Grail is, or them to me? So like. When I was there, it was so funny. So the first day I'm there, and the Nashville Predators hockey team had a little table set up, they were raffling off a Star Wars hockey jersey, and then they had some freebie items. And one of the freebie items that they had were these little rubber duckies that were green with Yoda ears on them. And it was just like a regular old rubber ducky, like you'd see like on someone's Jeep, like on the dashboard of their Jeep or something like that.
Yeah.
And they were free. They were free. You just take them. But I passed the table. I passed the table a couple of times. And then, of course, you know how it is. On my way out on the first day, I'm like, oh, I'm going to go grab one of those rubber duckies. And then they didn't have them because I waited, right?
So you got to have it.
Now I got to have it. Now, Stone will tell you, I was like, he's like, you okay, man? And I'm like, not really, because I didn't get the fucking rubber duckies that were free handouts. So he's like, well, so I am like, the next day I go, and I was on a mission. Like, I walked past all this other stuff that are maybe what you people would consider true grails, like all this G.I. Joe, well, Star Wars and G.I. Joe, everything, all the rare collectibles, everything that everybody considers a grail is all around me in 360 degrees.
Yeah,
I breeze right past that, and I go get 2 little green Yoda rubber duckies because I'm like, that's my grail today, you know?
Exactly.
Absolutely, dude.
And I know it. I know the feeling.
And I love those. I don't know why I do. I can't explain it. It's just they resonate with me on some level, and probably nobody else would care about them. But to me, that's what I wanted. I wanted those little damn rubber duckies, and so who would anybody be to say you don't need to? Why do you want those? Those are stupid. Those aren't worth anything. Well, that's regardless, right? Like, that's what I want, and
well,
yeah.
The thing about that is, though, they don't sell them in the store, and you can't go buy that.
Right.
Yep.
You
Makes
know
it special.
Right.
Correct.
Unique.
Yes.
Yep. It's like Bigfoot. You got to be in the right place at the right time, or you ain't seeing Bigfoot, right? Like, that's what it was.
Hey, bro, I told you ain't got to call me that on stream, bro. Damn, hurt my feelings.
Hey, Savage, listen, man. So I got to tell you. So I don't know if you saw the meeting, with the first live meeting between. So the Stone Mandalorian is a jacked dude. Nobody's moving this guy, man. He's not.
You're gonna be
he's the immovable. The immovable object. You can only hope to contain this man, right? Like,
he's a human juggernaut.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
He was like Juggernaut, man. Yeah.
Hey, so bro, I'll take Juggernaut, Colossus, whatever y'all want to call me, bro. Don't make my head big, bro.
I'm not kidding. He comes around the corner, and I'm like, where is he? I wonder if I'm going to recognize him, And here he comes, and I'm looking at him like, Jesus Christ, he's going to hurt me. I gotta like brace myself. Yeah, man.
Oh, shit.
Man, it was well, I appreciate that, dude. You're just blowing my head up, but man, it was so cool meeting you in person, Hyper, man, and Savage. I'm telling you, dude, if you come down there, obviously I know you got Joe Fest coming up, dude. That's gonna be crazy for you. I know that's in Atlanta, but if it ever works out for Tennessee, man, I think it's not only for the Star Wars, the convention itself, but just like the time of being around other collectors and people who like the same shit as you. It's like the camaraderie, it's just something. It's really nice, man. It's like you almost build like a little bit of a brotherhood with people, and like dude, Savage, man. I never, when I met Hyper, man, we were just commenting on each other. I was like, man, you know what? I like this dude's videos. Like, he seems chill. We comment on each other's videos, and the next thing you know, I was like, hey, man, I want to do a little live stream. Would you want to talk and just like talk about toys? Next thing you know, man, we got a show, and now we have like regular channel members, and now we're having guests, like awesome guests like you on, and it just, what this hobby does, it turns into something. Is she scared? It turns into something so much more than I think some of us even realize, or even others realize, like what it does for other people, man. Like, I hate to sound cheesy, and I don't want to bring down the mood, man, but like these toys, in a weird, other than like my wife, which is my best friend, and she's my rock, and like I'm very lucky. I have a good family. I'm blessed. But man, these pieces of plastic, man, they kind of saved my life. It sounds cheesy to say it, but like,
yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, man. And I feel like we've all had our own trials and tribulations and hardships and shit. That the reason we do this is not only to enjoy it, but then when you can, I've said it on the channel before, man, when you have something that you enjoy, and then you can find somebody else to enjoy it with, that takes it to new heights, dude. you know, and that's why we were super excited. Like, Hyper, how long have we been talking about having Savage on, man? Like, I know it's been a revolving door, and we've met so many awesome, creative, talented content creators through the time of me and Hyper doing this and getting serious with this. And it's just, man, I never expected it to get quite like this. And with that being said, Savage, I wanted to ask you, man, like when you first started out your channel, did you like, with you having I see some of your comments of your regulars, I'll say, on your videos, man. It's like y'all call each other fam, and like it seems like y'all real tight knit, man. I think that resonates a lot with me and Hyper, man, because we have our boys Troy, Jacob, Gen X, Brian, Rebel Scum, like everybody else. I'm not sorry I don't mention you. We have so many people that have become regulars and that we talk to regularly, man. Did you think that, like, where you're at now, your channel, did you think, like, because obviously I'm sure you started this just for fun. You probably didn't have any kind of mindset like, oh, I'm gonna get to 2,000, 3,000, 5,000 subscribers. You were probably just doing this for an outlet. Did you ever see it becoming quite like where you've been at now, or did you kind of foresee that? Was that something that you were like, did you have a strict given goal where you were like, I'm going in this with a plan, I want to execute this and this, and I like, what was your, how did you go about building your channel, and like, how do you feel about everything and how it's happened to you and everything, man? Meeting Paul, Hyper.
Man, be honest with you, man. I didn't know what to expect, to be quite honest with you. I didn't have a goal to set for. The only reason I came on the internet, because like how you see this room now, I said I have so much shit that it needs to be on camera.
Right. Yeah.
You know, and that's kind of the way it kind of went about. But you see, looking at YouTube videos kind of not necessarily made me get a channel, but the reason why I say that, because I didn't know anybody else did this shit. I swear to God, I didn't. You know what I'm saying? I did not know. Like, I didn't know shit about even YouTube. Like in 2019, my wife, or 2018, she's like, "Yeah, you trying to watch YouTube?" I was like, "YouTube."
right.
What
grown ass man talking to me about YouTube.
I watch DVDs.
Right. Yeah.
These DVDs, man, there's nothing better than that.
Right.
So, man, I of course I knew YouTube had been around since like 2005, but it was nothing something I ever used or even thought about watching TV. Now all I watch is YouTube, whether it's watching sports clips or watching show recaps, or just really mainly watching the toy shit. Like, I don't even really watch regular TV like that. So when I came on, I think I was looking for a figure or something, and that's how it starts. And then a video will show up of a figure you may have been looking for, but you don't know it's leading you to YouTube. Yeah. You start watching YouTube videos, and you're like, oh shit, like damn, this dude's like. And then I seen like D Amazing, like, oh shit, you can do like that with the picture.
Oh, D Amazing, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I kind of went to a rabbit hole of it, and then I'm then I didn't think in 2019, I didn't think there was a lot of people that did it. I thought it was like, damn, it's only like 100 guys do it, not knowing it's like 5,000 motherfuckers do it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know that shit, but the more you go, the bigger that hole starts to get, and more different people it starts to throw at you and shit. So I was like, and I planned and prepped for the channel, man, maybe about half a year, close to a year before I even started. Like, I brought these diorama pieces in 2020, not knowing that eventually they would be key factors in a segment I would eventually have. So I kind of foreseen how I wanted my channel to roll, but how I'll get with subscribers, I was actually like when my YouTube channel first started, anybody I could tell, I was like, hey man, I'm on YouTube. So I didn't know that like you just make videos, motherfucker, and they'll come. You know what I'm saying? Look, I was too used to selling weed and shit. You know what I'm saying? I gotta hit the hey, you want me some reefer, motherfucker? Hey, holla at me.
Word of mouth, exactly. Yeah, that's
what I'm saying. So that type of caveman activity, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
With the YouTube channel and shit. And I didn't know, like, hey man, you make a good video, they'll come. If you build it, they'll come. And I seen that. I think I finally seen that by my 10th or 11th episode when I finally opened up my 50 blue Cobra troops, which I had those for a year. I was just really kind of saving them. And I wasn't gonna open them on camera, but then more and more in like 2020, it's like 2020, I was getting the channels just like the thought process and moving towards doing it. I think I finally opened it up in 2021, but I was like, let me just say that for the channel. So when I finally got that, I seen how quickly my subscriber rate went up. I went from like 25 subscriber rate to like 400 motherfuckers.
Damn, yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You could do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so
Yeah.
So and that's was like, okay, that's what like, damn, I ain't gotta actually tell motherfuckers, like, all I gotta do is make videos on YouTube and you know, and good ones, and just stay consistent, you know what I'm saying? And
Yep, that's key.
the channel was organically built though, and that's the one thing I can say. So
I love that word, Savage. Me and Hyper use that religiously, bro. Like, there's nothing better than organically building your audience. You're absolutely right.
Salute.
Yeah, I was going to say, Brother One Kenobi, I'm sure you came here for Savage Land. Thanks for stopping by the Stone and Hyper Show, man. Welcome to the show, and be sure to check out my buddy Hyperdrive Collections too, man. He's awesome.
Broby, man, how's it going, man?
Yeah, thanks for stopping by, dude. Troy, bro.
One of my favorite things about your content is whether you're doing a custom or whether you're doing one of your live streams. I love the way you interject humor into it, especially the Rick James clips, man.
Clips,
I mean, those are just,
dude.
The Rick James clip, dude. I mean, that is just so funny. Like, I watch half because of the content, and the other half because I know you're going to slip a Rick James in there on me, and
it's so natural
love it,
too.
Man.
You know,
is hilarious.
Yes,
like, you've got a knack for that, and I am. Yep. Without trying to copycat you, I've tried to think about what could I put in my videos that is a similar thing without ripping you off.
Man, be honest with you, I got that from you know, other YouTubers doing it. But you know what the different thing is? Like those cuts. I have a fob now that has all my different cuts. And I treat those cuts like almost like a DJ with records.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, a DJ, so you guys, okay, I got this right here. I know this shit right here. They're gonna love this. So
this shit gonna slap.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I keep all of it on a media file, and it's just all shit that you know I like. You know what I'm saying? Like little clips, like
hilarious.
What was the Professional? Like I always like when Gary Oldman was like, he was like, I want everyone. What do you mean everyone? Everyone.
Yes, everyone. Yes, I love that one.
So I have that clip for when I want to do stuff. So it's all stems from just little sound bites that I have in my head. And if I can find them, I'll do it. And if anybody doesn't know where you can get clip sound bites, it's a site called yarn.com. YARN.com. It gives you, it's perfectly set up for YouTube because it gives you 2-second bites. All you have to do is kind of type in what you're looking for as far as movie media.
Yeah,
and it'll give you. And I went to YouTube to find that out. I was like, how do I get movie clips and files without being copyrighted? And a dude came up. He's like, go to yarn.com and it'll give you 2-second clips so you don't get hit with the copyright. So I just basically anything I can kind of possibly think of. It doesn't get you everything, but all you do is type it in, and it's going to bring up TV shows, movies. Like I could say, "Hey, Gordito Taco Bell," and it'll probably bring up that fucking Chihuahua.
Right.
A whole bunch of movie clips and TV shows that reference that Yo Quiero Taco Bell. And yes,
okay, cool.
Like there, man. So,
yeah, man.
So you know,
and I don't mind sharing with people. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people don't be liking to share their secrets. I don't give a fuck.
Oh,
my
dude, I cannot. Savage, you fucking spitting, bro. I cannot stand gatekeepers, dude. I cannot stand I hate that shit, man. Not want to tell people certain things because I never like that, man. You're absolutely fucking right. I see we're 2 hours. I don't want to keep your guys' night too long or anything, but I do want to. Savage, do you have anything? We do this thing on the Stone and Hyper Show. We call it Treat Your Shelf because you know we all have our jobs and our real lives or whatever. At the end of the day, we're all doing this to treat ourselves. So you have to treat yourself, you know. So like, I guess since you're here, we have to say treat your world because you're a world builder, you know. So with that being said, do you have any recent pickups or recent customs you want to show off? I know we're getting at that 2 hour mark, and I know we were going to try to keep it around 3. We don't want to keep you too late tonight or anything.
Yeah, man, be honest with you, as far as all my customs, you guys got the pictures, the latest things like
perfect, man, awesome.
Paul, I got this here that I still need to open up. Did you send me this? No, you didn't send me this. I bought this for myself.
No, I didn't buy that. No, yeah.
Hey, IG-12, nice pickup, bro.
Oh yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah. And I
That's
still
a
need to
good
do something
figure,
with
man.
this.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
that figure.
That's what it was. I was getting some stuff for Paul, and I brought this around that time, and I thought about sending him one because they were $10 at Target.
Hell yeah, dude.
I ended up sending him some. I ended up sending him something. Oh yeah, the Christmas Mando.
Yes,
But I
yes,
did
yes.
want to open this up.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, the Leo. I got Ralph. I got Leo. The
Nice.
Donatello is still in Target. I think Michelangelo is a Grail in that set.
Okay, cool, man.
He's like the harder to find.
Yeah, the Raphael with the arrows coming out is sick.
Those are good figs. Yeah, like
I want to open this up too. I think this is a slept-on figure. This might be one of the best Marvel Legends that come out this year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
that was just a toy, wasn't it? It was just a toy.
He had a Marvel comic book, but he was a toy. He started off as a 12-inch kind of like doll in the 70s.
Yeah,
he kind of waned a little bit. So Marvel, so Hasbro somebody brought it, and then they gave him a Marvel comic book.
That's cool. Yeah, I knew it was something like that. I couldn't remember. That's so cool.
Yes, and that's what came from you. And I still haven't opened it up yet, and don't think because I don't like it. I actually love this figure, the Ned B.
Oh, good.
Yes. But I just hadn't had a chance to get to it, man. Like the last week, y'all see me, just kind of like a backup on YouTube, man. That's really me. That's the first time I really have even touched shit, man. I ain't touched shit in feel like months almost, man. But like I take my breaks though. I have to.
Yep, yeah, man.
No apologies needed. We all been there, man. I know how that goes. But you know what? If you like those Ned B figures, and I think I sent you a Cobra Trooper built based off of
the Super Troop.
But Timbo Toys, who just subscribed, I think to you.
So did Troy.
Troy too.
Nice.
But they do a lot of customs based off of the Ned B, and they are fantastic. Star Warsy, but you could go any way with it. That's a very universal figure. But yeah, man, you might want to check out especially Timbo Toys, who uses that Ned B for a lot of figs, and you'd really like it, I think.
Yeah, man. And then I've been seeing Timbo Toys too, man. Peeking on ever since you came on my channel. And did that, man. So I need to turn around and really get and nab all these guys down. If I'm not subscribed to them, get subscribed to them so I can get that content flowing over towards my direction, man. Because that's what that's what I'm into, man. Just guys who are being really creative.
We've got some good ones on our side for sure, and
no doubt.
Yeah, I think you'd like, especially with the Ned B's, the Ned B. It's like a Ned B community over here. Everybody's using the Ned B, but
I like Ned B, man. Like I told you, man, in that series, with the Amanda. No, that was Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
He grabbed that fucking that 2-pound hammer and shit.
I know. I love that. I
still laugh at that shit, man. He was like, "Damn, you want me to hit this motherfucker or what?"
Yep, I love that. That was it. It's great.
But yeah, just real quick, I just wanted to show this off for anybody that's familiar. This is what if you type in Savage Land, you have any trouble. This is I do have his link to his channel in the description, so if you want to check that, just click the bio. But this is what his profile picture looks like. It's the Savage Land. Look at this cool red Hulk. It's a green Hulk right here.
When you do go live, you usually go live. What is it? 10 o'clock on Saturday nights? Usually 10 o'clock.
It was actually 10:30, man, which is a pretty late hour, but I think that hour kind of fits me. I haven't been live in probably a little over a month, and I probably won't go live again until June ends.
Okay.
Then I'll ramp it back up, man. But 10:30, I had a pretty solid crowd coming in over there. It was get to like 30, 40 people. And
hell yeah, dude, it's awesome.
It was at a later time, but the time fit, and the guys who like that time, it just seemed like it was cool, and I have a lot of replay crowd on it, man. But 10:30, and I will usually go about 2 hours to about 12:30, because that's really, the only time I have. You see, I have young children, so I have to kind of wait till they go to bed.
Yep.
Everything's taken care of. I've taken care of all my chores for the day and did this, that, and the third. And 10:30 to 12:30 was like a gap. So that's why, I'm
not gonna I'm not gonna lie, man. So as much as I would love to, I'm gonna be on the replay crowd most of the time then, because 10:30 is you know.
And look, and be honest with you, man. And that's really really what it's for, because really live is just live, but the episode's still recorded.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
I
man.
catch a lot of people like shit. It might be 6 o'clock, and I can't sit up and listen to a motherfucker talk for 2 hours straight. I have to come back revisit you.
Right, yeah.
I gotta do what I gotta do. You know what I'm saying? So
that's right, dude.
Yeah.
So no, man. Look, man, I'm happy. I don't give a fuck if 5 people watch. I'm happy for what I got. I'm happy to engage with people. I'm surprised, not necessarily surprised. I'm happy at where the channel is at now, or where I can have good conversations. I'm happy that people are actually feeling my collecting and stuff that I do. I am surprised on how much good of a customizer I became with some of the simplest tools. And I don't know, I put it like this, I don't know jack shit. My passion drives me on customizing and kit bashing. You know, just being in the game for a little while, you start saying, okay, that's how that works. I really just started doing vehicles not even a fucking year ago. You talking about 9 months ago? I started took apart my first vehicle, which is, you know, this truck, which I used to be afraid of, but it ain't shit to it. It's only like 6 screws up under it. You know what I'm saying? So I took it apart and just started painting it, man, and working with shit. And I was like, you know what, man, this shit ain't hard.
Those custom trucks look awesome. They look really awesome.
I love those. I love those because it's not something crazy with fucking missiles hanging off. It's actually a real truck.
Right,
you know what
right.
I'm saying? Like that I see in the streets every day. You know what I'm saying?
And you're paying what at Ross and Ollie's, like $20, $25.
They come from a Tractor Supply. I don't know if that's just a down south store or a rural store.
I got one in my town.
Wow. It's kind of both, man. It's I've seen it in both. I've seen it both ways, man.
Okay.
Tractor Supply.
I've seen Tractor Supply I've seen Tractor Supplies in Charleston that are like literally 2 miles from a neighborhood, and I've seen them as far out in like places here in I guess there's this place here in South Carolina. It's called Blythewood, and it used to be straight country and woods, but now it's like, you know, everything's getting built up now. If there's a field of trees, they're cutting that bitch down and building shit. Unfortunately, it's
so that's what you're at
everywhere. Yeah.
My wife just went there to see her friend, who I don't know if y'all see me before my daughter came in. I was talking to somebody like, hey, she was up here from Charleston, came to see my wife for a little bit.
Okay.
Out.
Yeah, Charleston. I love Charleston. It's beautiful down there.
Yeah.
Cool,
that's where you're at, right?
Yeah, so I'm actually I'm more in the Columbia area.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like 2 hours from Charleston. It's not bad at all, man. But South Carolina is beautiful.
Definitely familiar because I'm not too far from you. I'm up in Carolina, so
North Carolina.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you're not far at all, bro. Yeah.
So that's why you said the Tennessee to Nashville thing. Like that's nothing to me. It's just time.
Yeah, man.
You know,
what's that, like 6-7 hours for you? Maybe 8.
Going to Nashville. The crazy part about it is like 9 to 10 hours. I mean, the only reason why, because you got to cross over the mountains.
Yeah, dude.
That's gonna slow you down. Like,
for sure.
No other way unless you go down to Atlanta, which is crazy down there, right? And then go up.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Atlanta. Driving through Atlanta is shit, man. I hate driving through Charlotte, but Atlanta is wild, man. There's so many. It's such a big fucking city, man. Like when we went to Tennessee, we went through North Carolina. And then when we came back down, for some reason, the GPS took us back through Atlanta.
Yeah,
bro, it was like 7.5 hours, which is not bad considering going that far. But I'm in the car 30 minutes, and I'm like, yo, is it time to get? Are we there yet? Fuck, dude. But I'm one of those guys, but
Charlotte is kind of like that as well. But it's
man.
It's not as bad as Atlanta. But if you come to Charlotte and it's fucking, you better get the fuck out of there before 2:30.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, Mount Function Junction,
6 o'clock.
It's
a wrap. Yeah, it's a wrap.
Yeah, Spaghetti Junction, man. That shit's like, and then the way that the lights are there, it's like, it's so fucking, I don't know. It's weird, man. It's weird, but
Atlanta traffic is rough.
It's wild.
I'll tell you one thing. We just had a major bombshell of an announcement. The Stone Mandalorian's mother, who is a frequent watcher, she just announced that she met Rick James in 1985.
Oh yeah,
Come on now.
I'm Rick James, bitch.
Oh,
I'm sorry,
Doris
nothing
Dell.
beats like 70s, 80s funk, dude. Like Bee Gees. Well, George Benson, he's not really funk, but y'all get what I'm saying. Nothing beats the classics, man. George Benson,
yeah.
Supremes. I just, I love that shit, dude.
Oh, Sly the Family Stone and everything. Oh yeah. But
70s was a great time for R&B, soul, and rock and roll.
Oh,
like I
yeah.
told you, like the 80s,
Oh my
I don't
God.
know what happened in the 80s. 80s had some hits, but you talking about some motherfuckers like really taking their talents to the next level in the 70s, like Led Zeppelin.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir.
Just fucking Parliament Funkadelics. You talking about like really people really taking instruments and really playing the fuck out of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
dude.
Slide, like say Slide and the Family Stone.
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude, Redbone. Oh my God, yeah. It sucks they only had that one hit, you know, because they had other ones, but you know.
Oh yeah.
Wow, you're absolutely right, man. Absolutely. We were talking about that earlier. Totally, man. Absolutely. He might be watching later back in the stream, probably catching the replay.
Right. Well, now, so it's my turn to ask you, Stoned. What have you picked up for your shelf recently?
Oh yeah. So
what did you treat your shelf to recently?
Time for treat yourself. You know how it is here on the Stone and Hyper Show, man. But I've got some stuff over the past 2 weeks. I did pick up these two.
This is the next 2.5 hour segment.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, dude. Fuck, man. This is not a disease. I am okay. But man, I love these figures. These are probably some of my favorite new pickups as of recent, and I really see myself picking up a G.I. Joe here or there. I'm going to review that Iron. Is it Iron Grenadier or Iron Grenadier?
And my favorite
Grenadier.
I really like the way that figure looks. The hinges of all the articulation looks like it's going to be fire. The paint on it is cool. The entire box from side to side, top to bottom, is filled with fucking accessories.
Oh, that was the battle android Iron Grenadier.
That's
too,
the
right?
one. Yes,
dude.
I have it sitting over here in my review pile. It's it looks so cool. I'm excited to get. Now that I'm getting the animals, I'm like, damn, I kind of want to see what the people are like now. Because if the animals are this good, I would assume they can do a humanoid pretty fucking good. But
you won't be disappointed. Trust me. That's a good one.
The fucked up part is I have a Iron Grenadier bat in that damn AI clip too.
Oh my, of course. Dude, I don't know why it won't. Every time I click on it, it says video unavailable. I don't know why it won't show.
Can you go to my channel and play it?
Yeah, go to.
Yeah, is it on your channel now?
Hey, let me go ahead and pull it up public, and then we'll watch it right quick.
Yeah, okay, dude. Yeah, for sure. Well, I'll give you a second to do that, and I'll just keep yapping here.
So, guys, this is some.
Matter of fact, I got it right here. It's up now.
It's
perfect. Okay,
AI,
all right. Well, hold up.
Animation.
We'll watch it right now, and then I'll.
And customs are also featured in this. Customs have come to life in this, so it's pretty cool.
Should be the latest video.
Let's go to videos.
It's
is it a video or a short?
Huh?
Oh wait, yep, here it is. It says 1 hour ago. It's got 4 views. Here we go.
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
Hey, all right. Here we
go, guys.
Excited. All right.
This is awesome.
Let me get this ready, everybody. We're in for a treat. This is what the intro, had I not gotten distracted by my niece, this is what the intro was supposed to be after the initial Stone and Hyper show. So let's do this here. Share screen, Caveman Cody. And then we'll go to YouTube. All right. Here we go. Everybody see? Okay, we're good. All right. We're going to play it.
Take it to full screen.
Yeah, full screen.
Yeah, absolutely. Get your popcorn, everybody.
Just wait.
I like that figure there, man. That's Xandar?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. That's crazy.
I mean, come on. There he is.
Oh shit. That's crazy, dude. Oh, dude. Hey. Yo, that was fucking crazy. That dude, the AI shit is just like, yeah.
That's
That was
shit is
rad,
getting
man.
bananas. But yeah, that's pretty much pretty much like a intro. I think I'm gonna make it a little bit longer when I put it on my show, because the one that with the font on it was for me, and then I made one without my font on it for you to do your intro to. But I'm gonna take it and make it about 30 seconds longer, and that's probably will be my new intro to my podcast when I get it back on, man. But yeah, man, the AI shit, that's just like a little peek and just show you how crazy this AI is, man. Like, you can start piecing together all these clips and pretty much make a fucking show out of it. And that's really what my plans are. That's my next step on my channel, is to have a show where I take the pictures and I just kind of make this kind of not necessarily stop motion, because it's gonna have splices of that, but almost kind of like the live action show where these characters have their own like fucking, background stories, just like how you seen Rock and Roll talking to Outback, you know what I'm saying? These are characters starting to interact now. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I want to do. I want to take that AI and just pretty much take that shit to the next level. I already got a name for it. I think I want to call it Metro Plastic. And I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna come about this shit, but it's gonna be some dope shit. Like, all these customs I'm building, they already have character storylines and plots in my head. So I really want to like really take it to the next level. Like, I need to purchase a sound package and actually kind of get like in a booth and record and get voices. And I even got Paul in mind, and what I'm saying, for certain characters and shit, man. So but it's still a process. I just don't have the time to fuck with it right now. But as this year progresses and my business grows and I get that implemented to where I don't have to kind of be there every fucking day and kind of chill back, then I'll have time to put more thoughts in that. But that is the next phase of my channel, which and that's what the fucking answer to that question was. Why did I come to the internet? That was the original reason. It was never to review figures. I always had this vision in my head of a show, but I wanted to do stop motion. But shit, that was 5 years ago, and shit, I probably would still be making the first episode from 5 years ago now.
Exactly.
Like, trying to fuck with that shit, which I still love the art and beauty of stop motion. That's something that's been going on since like 100 years ago. Stop motion production. And which I do want to incorporate that in that. But with this show, with the AI, it just takes it to another fucking level. Like, you see that fucking dragonfly just fucking putting hellfire down.
That was
know what I'm saying? That why it's rolling, and why it's banking and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, for scenes like that, and then use stop motion for simple scenes like people's heads turning or just in conversation. But you see shit, the AI damn near kind of took care of that too. Like that. No, go ahead.
That was that one scene that the one that is, I thought, the coolest, and they were all cool scenes, but you got a SAW commander on the horse, and then you got the robot, you got the battle android troopers. Kind of, what a scene. That looks like something right out of like the Clone Wars or something. Like, it's just
it does,
awesome
man.
looking, man.
And what it is, the more and more I work with AI, the more and more I'm trying to figure out how to control it, and make it give me cool shit like that, because it'll do some funky ass shit, man. It'll start like.
It's funny that you say that, Savage, because I was gonna pull up Commander Bly's comment here, and it says AI makes the goofiest fight scenes, and you are right, Bly, and it's because Savage was saying earlier, like, he'll tell the AI what to do, and it'll do it for like 3 to 4 seconds, and then like the AI decides to start doing something goofy. He was explaining, so like what you were saying earlier, like about how you just want to like learn to control it and manipulate it more. I think, dude, when you get to that point, man, AI is scary cool, man. The more that you use it, the more it's learning what you're going to ask of it. And I think that you plan to do this show is it's a very creative aspect, and it's another cool way to take the figures to, like you were saying, a whole nother level, man.
Without having to purchase the latest figures to say, hey, look how many subscribers I got, but motherfucker, you ain't did shit. It's you just got a new figure. That's all that was about. Which, like I said,
Yep.
I don't knock it at, but like I sometimes just hate these guys with their egotistical mindsets. And it's not you. It's not you, sweetheart. You know what I'm saying? It's not.
Yeah, dude. Absolutely. Yeah.
But yeah, like, and the biggest way I try to manipulate that AI is by editing and cutting. Like the scene, like where Juggernaut and Road Pig are kind of tussling. You know that, but the beautiful part about that all originated from that picture that we showed earlier.
Yeah.
With them going at each other. That's all I did. I never did anything else. So the AI was smart enough to get them to kind of interact, but it was still a little wonky. But I had to try to chop it and splice it to kind of get them to move in that direction. The same thing we was talking about with Agent Helix and Beast. Like she was doing some cool shit, waving the sword, but then she started going over there near him and shit.
Yeah, right.
And there's so much your guys don't see because there's a scene at the end where Beast kind of falls out and shit. I had to cut that off. You know what I'm saying? Because the AI was like started to react to what he was doing.
Right,
yeah,
he was waving them swords too close to him, and he kind of like fell over and shit. So it's a great tool, and then at the same time, I kind of like it because I kind of like cheesy shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to think of something that like purposely will leave. Like, you know, you ever seen something that'll purposely leave something in a scene?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then that's the comedy of it. Like,
exactly.
Yeah, like a motherfucker flying and you can see his string on his back.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know
Exactly.
what I'm saying? Like,
Add to the
it's kinda
slapstick.
cool. Yes, it's kind of cool in an aspect of that, man. Because
You know,
I fuck around, probably would do something like that, like leave a wonky scene in there to show you, like, hey,
it kind of reminds me a little bit. There's elements of that movie called Small Soldiers. Did you guys ever see the movie Small Soldiers?
Yes.
It sounds familiar. Yeah.
It's
Is that the Indian in the cover type shit or something?
It's kind of like a
Little
a hardcore Toy Story.
yes,
Okay. Interesting. I think I've seen that.
Small Soldiers.
there's a cult following.
Yeah, it's definitely a cult following, and there's kind of some cheesy moments in it like that. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
that's kind of why it's cool, you know. But yeah.
Troy, thank you for stopping by, man. Hope you have a good rest of your night,
Thank you,
man.
Troy. Yeah.
Get some rest, brother.
So all right, so you got for your shelf, you got the wolves, and
Yes.
and you got Fiona the gator, the
did.
crocodile, the croc.
I did. And then
All
shout
right.
out to GenXBrian.
All right.
He was going to give this Umbra trooper to me for $20, but he shipped it before I even paid him. So I sent him 25 just as a little thank you, and he packed this in.
That
My
is
boy
awesome.
Darth Maul. There he is.
Oh, nice.
Little Topps
Fleer?
card. Do what now?
Is that Fleer?
A Fleer.
What does that mean? I'll educate
Uh,
myself.
the brand.
It's a brand of card.
No, it's Topps.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's Flair's another collector card.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fleer. I don't know if they even make Fleer. They still make Fleer?
I
Paul?
think they do. I think I just saw some Fleer baseball cards in the store the other day. But
Okay.
yeah,
I've never heard of that.
Fleer. Yeah, they were around.
Yeah. I keep
Those-
forgetting, man. You like
I'm a young buck, yeah.
different
Fleer.
to me, but which I haven't collected cards in a minute, but it used to be Topps, Fleer Ultra. Fleer Ultra had a real glossy texture to it, but that's probably one thing I would like to actually regain is a book of all my old X-Men cards, because Fleer used to make X-Men cards.
Yes,
And
they
have
did.
you ever seen those before from the early 90s?
Never seen those. Paul, have you seen those?
I used to have them.
I
Yeah.
haven't seen those. That's
I
cool.
had
They,
Fleer,
they had two different types too. They had a comic book type, and then
Yeah.
they had these. Fleer used to make these X-Men that almost kind of look like AI. They almost
Yeah,
kinda
they
like
did.
They look,
Really?
remember, Paul? They look kind of like realistic and shit.
Yeah, I remember they also that was they had the lenticular ones. Remember that? It was like they would
Yes.
move a little bit.
Yes.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah, so Fleer is the company.
Clear.
The X-Men cards, those were beautiful cards. And
I'll
there's not
have
that many of them. That's not a huge set, but you
I have
would
to do
love
some
those.
research on that. Yeah, because I'm all about old school shit. I'm all about that, man. I have to check that. I've
You're
never
an
heard of that.
X-Men guy. Those X-Men cards have some beautiful art on it. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Like these cards were fucking fire, man. Yeah.
And is it spelled Fleer? Is that how it's
Fleer.
Yes,
Okay,
Fleer, yes.
I have to check that out, man. I don't mind. I used to collect Yu-Gi-Oh cards and Pokemon cards when I was a kid.
Yeah.
The idea of cards is always. I actually have some of me and my brother. We had like I said, we collected cards, but I have these Yu-Gi-Oh card books, and it's like they got the individual sleeves and shit. But I had this. It's a card of a character called Blue Eyes Blue Dragon, and that card alone is going for like hundreds of dollars or some shit, dude. And I was just looking at it. I was like, this is the one that me and my brother were playing with. I will never. This will just. I will die with this part before I ever sell it. So it's one of those things, man, where your perceived value is. Sometimes it's based off nostalgia and sentimental value. You can't really put a price on that sometimes.
Well,
no doubt.
Throw up that clone trooper, the Umbra clone trooper, one more time.
Oh yeah, absolutely, dude.
So,
and this is actually, I use this skin. I play Battlefront 2 2017 a lot. I'm not a big gamer, but I like to get on my PS4 every once in a while, and I actually use this exact skin or outfit, this armor paint job on my ARC Trooper in the game. So like. Brian hooking me up with this was, and this figure is like $35-$40 on the aftermarket, if not more. So Brian was going to hook me up with it for $20, which is extremely generous. So, like I said, shipped it before I could even pay him for it. So I sent him $25 as a thank you. So this is just, and I love the mural art for the package for the Galaxy packaging.
That is my favorite clone paint design. I love everything about the black with the yellow. Well, it kind of looks like the Boston Bruins hockey team to me. So there's that. But having said that, the yellow on black just looks fantastic.
Yeah. The contrast, it's got that beautiful pop to it with the double pauldrons too. It's just very tactical looking.
It's a very Punisher-esque helmet design. I just love it. Everything about it, man.
I didn't really notice. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, I didn't even really catch that. I showed y'all this earlier. Me and my brother, we had this exact. We had many Toy Biz figures, but we had this exact Punisher growing up with the comic in the back. I'm probably going to open this bitch up because the blister's a little cracked or whatever. You can see we also had this Beast, and I think we had this Gambit too. We had those two as well, and you can see the cool little bases they come on, man. And I just remember as a kid,
so much for them, man.
Oh my god, dude! Toy Biz was the shit, dude. Like
that's a good looking fucking figure. Like I said, they had some trolls in there, but then they had some good ones too. Like,
absolutely, man.
The Cable, Wolverine, those are all good figures. I'm actually looking at it right now.
Spider-Man, the Spider-Man was the best Spider-Man of all time. Yeah.
Matter of fact, let me grab two of those.
The Toy Biz blisters are just undefeated too with the comic that the figure or the character comes from. I love that, man.
So Chat and Savage, I'm telling you right now, 2 weeks from now, I am predicting a full set of Fleer X-Men cards and at least 12 more Toy Biz mint in box figures on Stone's desk. Right? Guaranteed, man. Full set of Fleer in all of it, and 12 more. Look at him. He knows it's true. Look at him.
Leave me alone, bro.
He knows
you just did this to embarrass me in front of Savage, bro, and I'm sick of this shit.
What you got there, Savage? What you got?
No, I was just saying the Toy Biz Cable.
Oh yeah, dude. I didn't have that one. That's sick.
And then the Deadpool was a really good one.
Deadpool was awesome.
Yeah. And they're outdated from the way they look, but they're still great figures.
Absolutely.
This is where it becomes like more of a collector thing.
Yeah, man.
It has to almost be not necessarily vintage for you to like keep it like, well, hey, don't mess around with it that much, but they're not going to make them like this anymore, even though they're outdated. Man. It's good pieces to look at. But speaking of those Fleer card shit, I might be on the hunt for some of those myself.
There you go. See,
I keep reminding myself, I need to at least get a book.
Hey, Down at Display, what's up, man? Thank you for stopping by. And Toy Biz was legit, bro. Absolutely. And you gotta have some Toy Biz on display, man. If you got room for it, you gotta just for the history and
I agree.
Nostalgia, man. Yeah.
If anybody remembers, so first of all, they had the greatest. The Toy Biz Build-A-Figures meant business.
Those my god, yeah, they were fire.
Those things were. I mean, you're talking about like a 2-foot tall Build-A-Figure, like
correct
Galactus and what was his name? Apocalypse.
Yeah,
man. Oh yeah,
I'm looking at both of them now.
Oh man, those things are awesome.
I don't have an Apocalypse in my collection. I need to change that.
The Apocalypse, the Build-A-Figure Toy Biz Apocalypse was no joke. That thing
He
was.
wasn't that bad to get. I started trying to acquire him maybe about 4 years ago, but the only thing that was missing was his tubes. And eventually, as the years went by, I brought the tubes. But he was dope. And then the Sentinel, that's what I got. I got Apocalypse and the Sentinel.
Oh.
And this is like this big. You talking about Build-A-Figures?
Damn.
Like you said, all 2 feet tall.
Is that within your reach? Is that an easy grab for you right now?
Yeah, I'll grab it for you. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Oh, hell
you
yeah.
gotta see this thing, man. This was for $10. You got a piece of this thing. As you know, we think about Build-A-Figure pieces now. And
Maybe,
it's like,
Mom.
you know, like they're this big. Wait till you see how big this thing is as the Build-A-Figure, right? Like this is we're talking about like Hasbro, what do you call it? Hasbro Workshop or whatever level big. Like this thing is
you would get this figure in a pack. In pieces.
Oh man, look at that bulky ass
size of that thing, man. Now
that's a Build-A-Figure.
Holy shit.
That's a Build-A-Figure, man.
Dude,
look how big it is.
Yeah, bro. Holy fuck.
Right?
That is an Apocalypse worthy of a fucking shelf, dude.
Now, that is an Apocalypse, is right.
Holy hell.
Look all like the texture and the paint on it.
Yeah, man.
Bendy wire fucking tentacles.
Look at that motherfucker's calves, bro. That motherfucker be calf raising planets. Holy shit. That's a sick figure, bro.
Yeah, so
man, that shit goes hard.
I mean, and they would serve it up just like how you do a Build-A-Figure Daylight, but this whole big fucking leg would be in the pack.
Like one
yeah.
The fuck? Like Hasbro, you probably have to buy 20 Marvel Legends to make this.
Oh
fuck yeah, dude.
This wasn't really one that took a lot. I think this was maybe about 6 figures on this one.
5 or 6 figures, right?
Yeah.
I mean, and you look at it and you're like, I don't care what Hasbro does at this moment. That is the undefeated Apocalypse figure for the ages because you got it basically for free. You know, I mean,
pretty much.
You know,
I mean, and then like this is what some people consider a grail.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
They're not gonna make it like this anymore. You know what I'm saying? But to some other people, it might not be. But to me, it is a grail. They're not gonna make it like this anymore. And then plus, it wasn't manufactured in one piece. This thing, some people might have threw the fucking leg away in the package.
Oh
hell yeah,
that happened.
That happened. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or somebody brought one figure and never completed the motherfucker.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So it gets rarer and rarer, as the years go by. And then of course, shit, some people might have broken theirs or whatnot. I'll grab one more right quick and show you the Sentinel.
Yeah, bro. Show them off, man.
This figure, my kids, we had this Sentinel too, and this thing is a legend in our family. This thing was so popular. We all wanted to play with a Sentinel.
Mama Amanda wanted me to show off my new ink real quick. This is my new Spider-Man.
Oh yes,
I got.
There it is, man.
I love this
that thing.
tattoo,
Is
man.
Gorgeous. It really is.
Thank you, dude. My uncle, he's very talented, man. Very good tattoo artist, man. Howie One Tattoo in Columbia, in Elgin, South Carolina.
I might have to go pay him a visit and get something.
Yeah, please do, man. Absolutely awesome work.
Oh, that is nice.
All right, thank you, man.
Damn, that's nice.
Thank you, dude.
I like the way I like the artist style and the color it pops, man.
Yeah,
I need some Marvel. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Is that a water slide?
Oh yeah,
exactly. That's exactly
that's how much it's popping, man.
Right. No, not on his furry ass. I'll tell you that. Right?
Yeah, that's because I'm shaved right now.
But this is the Sentinel right here.
Oh yeah.
That's all, dude. Yeah, man.
Look at the paint on it, man. Like it doesn't even look like a toy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
that boy thick.
Yeah, and then it's just another big figure, man. So
yes, dude.
I always thought his legs and boots were so good on that one.
It is. I liked it. I like it. I like the casing on it. You know what I'm saying? It's got like that Mega Man type feel. Yes, and it is, man. But when I just look at this, it's just like there's so much different paint on this shit. It's almost like it's almost like chameleon paint on it.
Yeah,
Like,
Ooh,
you look at
interesting.
it
like color shifting or something.
yes, because it has a lot of paint within paint. Like there's a lot of blue, purple, silver mash right here. You got orange and yellow. You know, then you got like a chrome silver, and it's all kind of like swirling throughout it, man. So you can almost kind of see it changing colors a little bit, like in here, color difference, man. So
Stone, you got to get that for your X-Men display. That one right there for sure.
Oh, dude, I would absolutely love, dude. I'm totally down with adding more Toy Biz figures to the fucking display, man. That Apocalypse would be so fucking cool to have.
Yeah,
and again,
that's when it gets to collectible status for me. To be quite honest,
yeah,
I hear you on that. And you know, like, great, if you want to spend $70 on the new Hulk, that's fine, no problem.
Yeah,
it's available. You can do it, man, all day. Go get it.
Absolutely.
But there's something about that Sentinel right there that it's like, you know, it's just I think it's cooler. I just think it's somehow cooler, you know, but that's just my taste. But
no, I kind of agree with you, man. You just can't beat that old school sculpt and paint, man. And like Toy Biz was so ahead of their time in the early, even in the early 90s, especially when the early 2000s hit, man. Toy Biz was just like, they were delivering some awesome toys, dude. Like I have a Toy Biz Spider-Man. It's so like 90s McFarlane looking, like it's the more skinnier, lean swimmer build Spider-Man.
Like, yeah.
And it's got the bait. We're here. I'm just gonna grab it real quick. It'll take me 1 second.
All right.
I think that's the one they used to call the McFarlane Spider-Man.
The McFarlane Spider-Man with the circular Spider-Man base. Remember that thing? Yes, right there.
Yes.
Oh, that thing is that's the greatest Spider-Man of all time, in my opinion. That figure right there.
Yeah, we used to put it on a wall like this.
There's just something about it, right? I mean,
yeah.
Me and my brother had this one growing up, and I seen this in person, and I was like, I gotta have it. I love the big eyes, dude. The sculpted web lines, and they're painted.
Exactly, like,
you know,
this is toy collecting 101 right here.
Right.
Absolutely,
you know
dude.
I mean, the vintage to the new, you know what I'm saying? Like it shouldn't make a difference to you if it's still a great figure, it's still a great figure.
Right. Now that's Marvel Maximum to me right there. You know, I mean, more so than the other one, you know. But
this thing is so freaking cool, man. Toy Biz was just awesome line, man. So nostalgic for so many of us, even older dudes like y'all. But yeah, man.
Hey, but you know, there's a connection there, because when those figures were coming out, you was actually still like a kid.
Oh my god, man!
Because in 03, I dibbled and dabbled in that Toy Biz scene for like a year or two, and then I, you know, just being stupid because, you know, being a toy collector wasn't like this, you know, not necessarily popular thing, but a common thing. And I told myself, like, what the fuck am I doing buying these shit? So I gave them all to my nephews, which are your age.
Yeah,
30,
right.
29,
yeah,
30
man.
now.
Yep.
So, and they were kids then. They were like 8 and shit. 03, 2003. They were 8.
Yeah, that sounds about right, man. Yeah.
I was
in 3rd grade in 2003.
So I did the same thing with some of my stuff, and I have a nephew who lives in the neighborhood with me, and there are times, and this sounds going to sound horrible, but there are times where I want to like just like break into the house and like reclaim it all again. You know, like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, oh, he's probably not using it. Like, I'm just gonna go in there and like, I'm gonna grab that tub of my shit and get back.
Dad, did you come get?
Oh,
bro, son, you're tripping, man.
Listen, man,
here's the time off.
Listen, I gave him some Star Wars spaceships that I am really regretting right now, and there are moments, and I was over there not long ago. And I saw like a bin of them, like, and I'm like in the garage, and I'm like, are they going out to the dump? Because I'll take those motherfuckers, right? Just take them right
damn straight.
Yeah, but you know
what?
Yeah. So, all right. Well, listen. You know what? We're getting a little bit late here, so I wanted to give my quick little ones here, and then maybe call it a wrap because I'm kind of tired, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. I want to ask you about one thing.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Real quick, I did pick up And this also another rolling on Toy Biz. I picked up this Colossus.
I had that Colossus.
Oh yeah.
It's such a good figure, man. This is like, look at those traps, bro. That's my Colossus right there, bro.
I gave that figure to them, and I still used to see that figure around their house. Which they were in high school by then, like 2010. I was like, damn, y'all still got these shits? So I really wasn't
awesome, dude.
You're gonna have to. I'm telling you, you're gonna have to hop in the truck and go reclaim them, man. I'm telling you,
snag them bitches up, dude.
Exactly.
Now this is one that I missed. So something weird happened on Amazon. I secured a pre-order for the X-Men 97 Rogue. I've been missing a Rogue in my X-Men display for over a year, and she's one of my favorite characters. So I was at the comic shop and I found my favorite version of. And is this the retro card Rogue? Savage or Hyper?
Yes, I think it is.
I can't. I'm a couple years behind on the X-Men figures.
Hey,
so,
it is because the one that came out in 2015, I don't think the colors popped like that.
I think you're right.
Less saturated.
Yes.
And I think her hair was a little bit different too, wasn't it?
That's the one that probably came out a couple of years ago. Yeah.
This one looks so good. The paint on
that one's not the X-Men 97 one either, because that one looks a little bit different.
Yeah, is like, this reminds me of comic / 90s animated. That's what I see.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, that Rogue was at Target. Yeah, so that was a retro card. Yeah.
Okay.
Really awesome figure. So I got
that looks a good figure.
And I wanted to get I also picked up $10 at Second and Charles Place. $10, brand new 2023 Clone Trooper buck. So that was
$10.
$10, dude. That's the brand new body. This is Commander Oppo.
That's the steal of the year right there, man. Yeah,
easily. It's a 501st on the brand new clone body. Easy.
You didn't get arrested out the door for picking that up for $10?
I know. I was like, I robbed a bitch, right?
Wow, seriously, man. Yeah, that's a good figure for $10.
Absolutely. And 501st is probably one of my favorite battalions for nostalgic reasons, you know. And then I got a McFarlane Nightwing. This is my only Nightwing. I have Dick Grayson, but he's in the bat suit, so I picked this guy up for 15, or was it for $16? So that was cool. Also got I've been meaning to get. So when I was watching, I'll speed this up, Harper, because I know you have stuff too. I watched the Jurassic. I keep saying Jurassic. Goddamn, dinosaurs in the brain. I watched the Justice League early 2000s animated series. So Hal Jordan is cool, but Jon Stewart was always like who I thought of when I thought of Green Lantern.
Oh yeah,
and I was watching, like I said earlier, I have Storm and Bishop, and then I watched Savage. I watched your video on the African American tribute action figure video, and I was like, you know what? I seen this at a couple weeks ago, and I was like, you know what though? My Green Lantern in my mind has always been black. I got to get this guy. He's got his. I don't know if this is all his accessories. Obviously, he's missing the base, his card, McFarlane, but the paint on this is super good. Really stoked to have Jon Stewart. He's probably my personal. Man, real quick, the paint on the face, like really McFarlane. When McFarlane hits, dude, McFarlane hits. Look at that face paint.
Yeah,
that looks
so good.
Yeah, I mean, I'll try to tell you, man. Like, I don't know if he purposely means to shoot himself in the foot, because he can do great all the time, especially some of the innovative stuff he's did. Then some of the stuff you're like, what the fuck was he thinking?
Yeah, his will among the other lanterns is just like, I don't know, man. Jon Stewart has just always been it's just the nostalgia as a kid. I think it's carried over.
Yeah, well, you know, around the early 2000s, they started to feature Jon Stewart a lot. So as somebody, if you was born 1995, that's really all you know. Like Hal Jordan.
Honestly,
my generation, that
was like before. Yeah, that was Hal Jordan was obviously there's numerous,
like, you know what I'm saying. But at this, looking back in hindsight, looking at things like over the past 25 years, Jon Stewart has been like holding that mantle.
Yeah, absolutely.
I agree, Dante. That the Justice League show was fantastic. Fantastic.
Such a dude. Some of the best. I just love animation, man. But there's a lot of good like Justice League lore in the animated show. It's very good.
Oh yeah,
very good. And then I picked up this Spawn right here. I've been really getting obsessed with obviously, I've been collecting his toys, his statues, and I'm really becoming a big fan of his art and his comics. So I had to pick up his original character. I got Spawn here, which is also another black dude. I believe wasn't Spawn a Marine or something like that. Hyper.
Yeah, he was Special Forces.
Yeah, Special
Marine Recon or something like that.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to just honestly a dope fucking character. It's got a soft goods cape. Articulation looks good on it. The paint is sick. He's got his accessories, his card, his base. So for $30, I'd grab that. This is Todd's original character. So just like the fact that I'm getting a lot of respect for Todd, I just felt like I needed to have his personal character. I also
real quick though, have you ever seen the Spawn cartoon from the 90s?
Yes.
No, I have not.
You need to watch that shit.
Savage. I love animation. I love cartoons, bro. I love it.
Well, you gotta watch
it. Cartoons ever.
Is it maybe on Hulu or something like that, or do you know? I'll figure it out. I'll find it. If there's a '90s animated series, I need to watch it.
Yeah. It spawned the animated series. It was originally broadcast through HBO, and I'm trying to figure out where have I seen it at, but you should be able to pull it up. It's streaming somewhere.
You know what? It kind of reminds me of what's the one that I like? Oh my god, it's so good. It's so bloody violent. The one that's out right now on Netflix. Oh my god, the hero is I'm
no help, man. I'm sorry.
Savage.
You talking about the dude with the red and white?
Yes, the red and white. Invincible.
Oh yeah,
I always kind of thought
man.
Doesn't that kind of remind you of the old Spawn cartoon a little bit?
But I've never seen Invincible.
Oh, you gotta watch it.
It's intense, dude. It's heavy.
I think I might have to binge watch it because my brother was telling me that I should watch it, man. And you know how sometimes you see stuff and you just don't ever just click it. I think I will though. I think I will.
Oh yeah,
I'll tell you what, that if in one word, gore is the word. Like
for Invincible,
they remind me of what's that one movie that DC came back out with that was kind of weird? The Watcher.
Oh, The Watchers.
Oh yeah.
The Watcher.
Dr. Manhattan and like Owlman and shit.
Yeah, it was good, but it was just like it kind of weirded me out a little bit.
It was really weird.
Yes.
Really weird. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that movie. It was very different, but it was something about it that like drew you in, you know?
Yes.
It was weird.
You can't figure it out on the big screen other than, well, I mean, some of the Batmans and Supermans, but man, that's just
yeah.
They're like I think their best thing smoking it ever really has been Batman on the big screen.
Oh my god, by far, dude. Yeah.
Well, I gotta say though, man, some of the Superman movies were so good, like with Henry Cavill and I don't know, but but they fired him. So
DC animation is like it makes DC like live action movies look like dog shit. It's kind of crazy,
and that's what it is. Every DC cartoon animation is great.
It's so good. It's so good, man.
Noir, all of that stuff.
Correct.
Yep, it's perfect.
Characters are done right. They're acting right.
That's
they're
right.
Performing and doing what they're supposed to do. But then when it comes to a movie, it's like you don't have a fucking clue.
Dude, it's crazy.
Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill are legends.
Yep.
All on their own in completely different universes from those movies. You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Other than Keaton, Kevin Conroy will always be my Batman, and Mark Hamill will always be my Joker, man.
Yeah, right.
You know,
I know. And when I think about like Mark Hamill, I know he's the Joker, but it's always hard for me to like. Damn.
Yeah,
I know. Yeah, it's weird, right? Yeah.
As a kid, when I seen that, I was my mind. I like Luke Skywalker is the Joker. That blew my fucking watching him do the voice lines for it, and he's so animated with it. Like he's doing his hands and he's reading his lines. Yeah. Like I'm like, dude, I fuck with Mark Hamill, man. Like him and Kevin, they were in that shit, bro. They took that shit. Voice actors don't get enough credit, man. They are the ones that are literally bringing these characters, these lines on paper, and making it, whether or not they match it up to the animation or the animation matches it up to the lines, whatever. Yeah. They're taking this character, this drawn character, and these written words, and they're making it kind of like what you're doing with the AI, Savage. They're making these written lines and these drawn characters come to life, and they're giving them depth and making them relatable. And it like, dude, I have a fucking goddamn cartoon character, I have Spider-Man on my fucking leg because like there's something there that speaks to me and has gotten me through hard times, you know? And he's relatable. There's certain things, some like you like Superman because he represents hope, and there's different things where you find relatableness to certain characters, but like Spider-Man for me has always been that relatable person because he's a superhero, and then he's also like a normal dude, like trying to find dealing with romance issues, financial issues, trying to go to school, have a job. Like, he's a regular dude, and he's also like a weird form of hope. But before I get on a tangent, last two, because I start talking about Spider-Man, it's like I'll start going, bro. Pick this up. I had to grab it. Hyper actually sent me this figure a couple months ago, but I didn't have this alt head with the goatee on it. So I was like, for $30, I gotta snag it. And then I want to know y'all's opinion on this figure. I had to grab this boy. I seen him. I've been eyeing this figure, guys, for probably like 4 or 5 months. I can't remember if this came out last year or not, but I seen it today in person for the first time, and I was just like, for those that don't know, I used to have long blonde hair, like almost down to my ass, and I seen this, and I was just like, dude, are you kidding? This is like some like barbarian Conan Viking long-haired Hulk. I had Scar, which is I was explaining to my wife this is actually Hulk's son, and like this boy right here, this box, I'm like, bro, I can curl it, I can overhead. This is a big boy.
Yeah,
he is so cool. He comes with a pair of alt hands, an alt head. He's got a sword and a dagger that goes on the back of him, and it just looks. It looks so good, man. And now I won't be
really good.
You heard it's good, man?
Oh yeah, I heard he can move really well, even with that hair.
That's good to hear, man. I'm so
I heard that was a really
excited.
For some odd reason, I haven't pulled the trigger on him because I actually am a Hulk collector. I'm looking at like 15 Hulks right now, but I haven't pulled the trigger on him. But I heard that I think my man Swift Shot told me he's a great figure to have. He looks great though.
Yeah, he looks good. Looks really good.
I know he's a little bit smaller than like Hulk is, I believe, from what I understand. I'm not very knowledgeable about Scar, but man, to me, it was just like I found out he was his son. I started doing some research. I was like, dude, to me, this is a long-haired fucking Viking Hulk. Like it's so cool, and I had to snag him. So I'm looking forward to Savage. I've said this on my channel to like some of my buddies and my friends, man. I have a dinosaur. I won't show it right now. I also got a dinosaur, but I like sometimes, it's nice to get a character. Like I know plenty about Wolverine and fucking symbiote Spidey. Like it's cool to get stuff that you're familiar with and that you have a nostalgia built for, but it's also fun. I think people like get lost, man. You don't have to know what it is to own it. Sometimes rule of cool is enough, man, to pick up something. This is a rule of cool pickup, and I'm looking forward to doing more research on Scar and learning more about him. But with that being said, that is all my pickups. I'm gonna quit yapping now.
Yeah, man. No, I mean, be honest with you, I still do that myself with some figures. In GI Joe, like there's a couple of figures that came out, and I don't like Budo. Like I never came across Budo, but he looks fucking great, and I'm gonna buy him.
Exactly, dude.
Right? Oh yeah,
it's cool, and you want him. You want him a part of yourself.
Budo is awesome. So Stone Budo is a samurai inspired figure. He is that was like the pick of the year for me for GI Joe. That looks really good. But
his name is Budo.
Budo, the Japanese samurai warrior, and he's all samurai'd out. He looks really good, man.
Yeah, hell yeah. He has another head too, and I meant to say this in the video I made about it, but that he reminds me so much of Keanu Reeves.
Exactly. Totally.
I don't know why nobody has said it yet, and I forgot to say it, but I'm like, damn, that's Keanu Reeves right there.
I will agree with that for sure. Yeah, he looks I thought the same thing. Keanu Reeves. Yep.
Hey, but Obi-Wan Kenobi had a statement that he made, and I didn't like. He said, "You're right, Mando. If you listen to Wolverine's voice from the Pride of X-Men and compare it to the voice from the X-Men series, it's night and day. You see how important the voice actors are." And he sounded like shit in that Pride of X-Men.
Yep.
Which one was the one where he had an Australian accent?
That's the Pride of X-Men.
It breaks it, right? It makes or breaks it. Yeah,
it does, man. Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're spitting, dude. You're absolutely right, man. It's people just don't give it enough. I thought that I didn't know if that was Pride of X-Men or not. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
It was. He sounded like shit.
Damn it, man.
Well, listen, I got one thing. So
take your time, dude.
So for mine, basically, so I want to thank some people in the community who helped me fill in some major holes in my collection. And first of all is GenXBrian, who free of charge sent me Black Series Red Box number 102 Wedge Antilles. I can finally shut up about Wedge Antilles now. Thank you, GXB. That was something. I've been chirping about Wedge Antilles, this Savage, for a year now. Everybody can just relax now.
God, finally, dude, let it go, Hyper. You finally have him.
Seriously. So Wedge has been completed. Thank you, GenXBrian. And and then finally Connor Colarusso, who is a huge dinosaur, Jurassic Park, reptile collector kind of guy. Savage, he sent me another dinosaur, which is absolutely awesome for my collection. And again, it was just sort of a gesture of kindness. So thank you very much for that. And what does he say? Okay. Right?
Yeah, had to shut him the fuck up. Finally, I know, right, Brian? Jesus,
that's what I was laughing at. I'm gonna hop on this grenade finally,
So I need Wedge Antilles.
Yeah, version 2 Wedge Antilles.
I'm so happy you got. I know you're trying to. We were talking about that earlier. It always having new stuff, like it just gets kind of old, man. It's always nice to revisit older figures that we are. Let's enjoy the stuff that we already had that's already out, and like you rebuilding your red and black box, man. I think that's cool, dude, and I'm glad that you're starting to get there with it.
Yeah, I'm happy with it. And so those were just some things that I've actually done videos on those pickups. So if you're interested in seeing what those look like, just take a look at those. But because this is a GI Joe themed episode, and because we have the Savage Land as our guest, I'm going to show. So I picked up 3 more of these figures today. This will come as no surprise to Savage because, again, I've been chirping to him about this figure forever. It is not the Saw Viper because I still haven't found one. But
I don't think they're out yet, man. Something's going on with that wave. Shit got really kind of went.
They did. But I bought 3 more of my favorites.
Ooh, I like that purple.
The Techno Viper. So Stoned, everybody, this figure is so good. Now I think Savage likes the figure. Yeah. This here, I feel about this figure the way Savage does about the Alley Viper. I love this figure, everything about it. It is gorgeous. It comes with 105 accessories. It's crazy. I don't even have all the accessories on him. They just load him down, but he's just absolutely awesome. He's got this holographic thing on it. So I picked up 3 more of those. I found them on sale locally. I said I was done army building until I found purple. And then I went, they're like the Mace Windu Vipers. They're like purple. They're really cool, and I was like, game on. Colors, so I'm like, you know what? I've got 5.
Can you show it again, Hyper, a little bit?
Yeah.
Please, thank you.
I got 5 of these, so I might as well get 10, right? I mean, why not? I mean, at this point, why would I stop? So
I would.
Accessory.
This figure, Stone. To see him, Savage, you've got this figure, a couple of them, right?
Yeah. I got like 2 or 3. Yes.
The purple, right? I mean, this purple is something.
It's beautiful.
It's awesome. This figure. So
well, let's talk about the minor things on it, like the hose, the silver painting they put on the hose to make it pop. I mean,
exactly.
So it's a well put together figure, man. And the only reason I haven't brought more, because it's been sitting on Amazon forever for like $17-18.
Yep.
It's because it's not a top priority, but I still have it in my peripheral, and I really get busy around December. I'm just waiting to see what type of fucking army builder or what, and I'm pretty sure that somewhere down the line in December, this coming up this year, is going to get dropped down to like $12 or $10, and I'm going to buy the fuck out of it.
Well, right, exactly. And to your point, so like the silver hose, it connects to this really awesome laser gun, but it also connects to 3
wrenches,
like snap-on wrenches, like snap-on hydraulic wrenches. So you get 3 of them, and they connect into the back. So there's 2 more in the backpack that come out, and then it's the hydraulic wrench, right? So then you get the removable backpack, then you get the removable holographic display,
Yeah, that's
Right
rad
there.
as fuck, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's some Star Wars shit. That holographic display.
man, I eat it up. You know, but so I picked up 3 of those. So and again, you're right, man. They are like $16-17 on Amazon. And
I've been watching them.
Yeah, that's a good one. So those are my pickups, and that with that, you know, that's a wrap, you know. So, but
awesome, man. Well, are y'all good with calling it for the night, or do y'all want to keep going? How are you guys feeling?
Oh no, man. You know what?
I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it, man. Because to be honest with you, I'm not even gonna lie. I would be up here like another fucking hour talking. I have to chop it somewhere.
Right?
No, dude. Seriously, I have to tell Hyper sometimes, like, you have to tell me we're ending it at 3 hours, like, because bro, I'll keep yapping. So with that being said, everybody, thank you all so much for coming and hanging out with us tonight. Savage, man, it's been a pleasure talking to you, man. I look forward to checking out more of your content. I see you're doing your 30 days of posting something every day. So everybody be sure to keep your focus on Savage when we having stuff posted every day. And man, I look forward to having you on again sometime, man. I really enjoyed I'm always picking Hyper's brain about G.I. Joe, but it was really nice hearing y'all just talk amongst yourselves, you know, someone else like Hyper who's familiar and knows how to talk with you, man. It was really fun night and I enjoyed it, man. It was a very fun stream.
Hey, yeah, man. Anytime you guys want me on, man, just give me a heads up. I don't, like I said, I don't mind talking about toys, and just for everybody who you know, is checking out the channel this week, I'm gonna be aiming more for talking videos. So we're gonna have something talking about the HasLab that's coming out. I'm gonna do a video talking with a couple of people that's in the community. And awesome, we'll also be doing a recap on the live stream that's going to be this week. So the last week was all custom kit bash. This week will be all talking videos. So we'll be having some very good conversations, man. So y'all come over to the Savage Land and check it out.
And what day and time are you doing that stream so people know when?
These will be pre-recorded streams.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, yeah. So what I'm gonna do is just, you know, whatever guests I have, and I've never done that before. So I'm gonna do a pre-recorded lives.
Yeah,
and,
man.
And just have a couple of conversations on that tip, and then just release them, basically.
Yep.
Awesome,
I'm looking forward to that. That'll be good. So yeah. So
yes.
Hyper, got anything you're working on for the channel before we wrap things up, man?
Oh yeah, we got a lot of stuff. By the way, thank you very much. The response to my new intro to the videos has been positive, so thank you for that. I've got some of my own merch on the way, but I won't take any more of anyone's time. You can look for those announcements coming soon, and we'll do this again soon. And Savage, thank you so much for coming on. Thank you very much, my friend.
That's the least I could do, man. I appreciate you guys. Be honest with you.
All right,
absolutely,
so much.
Well, everybody, episode 19 Stone Hyper Show is a wrap. Welcome, everybody have a good night. We welcome Savage Land. Hope everybody has a good rest of your night. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We'll see y'all next time, episode 20 in 2 weeks on a Saturday, same time, same place, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. Thank you, everybody. We love y'all, man.
God bless.
God bless.